KNDY.
And welcome into Greensburg, Kansas. It is a chilly morning. The clouds are parting. Sun is coming out, but it is state football championship Saturday. Good morning and welcome in. Max Blasky with you here from a beautiful Greensburg High School, a beautiful 8-man field, artificial turf here. Great stands on both sides. Of course, Axtell and Victoria will be our first game and only game up today for the contest. Axtell, of course, history on their side, 51 straight wins, seeking their fourth straight state championship. Meanwhile, Jeff just alluded to it, Victoria looking for their first championship since 2015 under longtime head coach. Two of the best coaches in the state of Kansas will square off today, too, as well. Head coach for Victoria, Doug Oberly, 20 years at the helm for the Knights. Meanwhile, Eric Detweiler, 12 years at the helm. Both 3 titles to their mark. Over an 82% winning percentage for both teams will be an excellent contest. Both teams have opposite styles. Victoria, a very pound-the-rock type of style, run the clock. Meanwhile, Axtell tries to get outside, use the speed and the athleticism of Brandon Schmelsley and Eli Brocksterman to their advantage. We'll get into that here in just a little bit, along with our pregame conversation with head coach of the Axtell Eagles, Eric Detweiler. But first, a thank you to our sponsors that made this broadcast possible: Moonlight Restoration, Peak Construction, SBS Insurance of Seneca, Axtell Trust, Landall Company, Aces Bar and Grill, Eagle HVAC and Plumbing, Western National Bank, Axtell and Hometown Lumber, Bussing Construction, Apex Crop Solutions, B&D Buildings, Onega Community Healthcare Systems, Little Joe's 66 Service, Kinsley Mortuary, Blue Valley Technologies, Axtell Car Wash, Valley Truck Line, and always the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number 1 rated dentists in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. This is the 13th week and final week of the Kansas high school football season. One team will go home a state champion. One will go home just a little bit short. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll take a look at how both teams found their way here to Greensburg before talking with head coach Eric Detweiler of the Axtell Eagles.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting. No job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
Whether the work is inside or outside, a repair, remodel, addition, or new construction, Peak Construction in Marysville is ready to build. They start off by helping you turn your vision into a concrete design with the help of samples from local vendors. Their in-house construction crew gets to work making that design a reality. Imagine what you can do with the help of Peak Construction. Phone 562-6380 for an appointment to start planning. From top to bottom, inside and out, call Peak Construction. 562-6380.
The answer is yes, SBS.
Are you sick and tired of getting tackled at the 1-yard line? Is your current insurance provider not getting you the right coverage in your time of need? Stop by your local SBS insurance office and we'll develop a game plan for the best coverage and protection of your assets. With SBS Insurance, we'll help you score that winning touchdown.
SBS Insurance, the home team. The answer is yes.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
Welcome back to Greensburg, Kansas, as we prepare for the 8-man Division II state championship game between Victoria and Axtell. Both of these teams come in undefeated. First, taking a look at how Victoria made their way through. They won their division over Hodgman County and St. John Hudson, went undefeated 4-0 in that division. This is, of course, the 8th straight year this Victoria team has been in the high school playoffs. Their last championship comeback in 2015. That was a 13-0 start over Argonia. Victoria, though, this year came in the number 1 seed in their district, took down Fairfield 52-0 in first-round action, then took out Sharon Springs Wallace County 54-0 in second round. In the sectional round action, they took out top-seeded Hutchinson Central Christian, finally wrapped it up with a 66-20 win over Dighton last week in their sub-state round. This season so far, Victoria in the playoffs have outscored their opponents 242-48. That's only allowing 12 points per game, meanwhile putting up 60 points per game in the playoffs on the season, just about the same, only allowing 7.8. But, of course, the Axtell Eagles and their 51-game winning streak, they have been on a tear. They started this playoffs with a 54-0 shutout of Thunder Ridge, took on Rural Vista on the second round, 54-0, took on Osborne in the section round, 54-8. That is a common opponent between these two teams. Victoria played Osborne back on September 20th, won that game 22-14. Meanwhile, last week for Axtell, took on probably their toughest test of the season, and like Jeff alluded to in our pregame, the first full game Axtell's played since the first game of last season, defeating Frankfort 52-20 in that contest. Brandon Schmelsley was the workhorse, 25 rushes, 253 yards, 5 touchdowns, did have his first 2 fumbles of the season, but came out with a victory. Axtell on this playoff run, they're scoring 53 points per game and only allowing 7 points per game. Last year's 8-man Division II state championship team for Axtell, they allowed just under 7 on the season. So just as good defense Axtell plays, and offense is to be expected the same. We're going to take a break, come back with our pregame coach's interview with head coach of the Axtell Eagles, Eric Detweiler, before we get set for an 11 o'clock kickoff here from Greensburg with the 8-man Division II state championship game between Victoria and Axtell. We're back after this.
Are you hunting for a new career? Target the opportunities Landall offers. For over 60 years, Landall Company has been manufacturing trailers, tillage equipment, and forklifts. Excellent wages, growth opportunities, overtime, $2 per hour shift differential, annual raises, and a 4% attendance bonus are something to aim for. With a trophy benefit plan including profit sharing, paid time off, paid holidays, and all-inclusive health insurance plans, to name a few. Learn more, apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability welcome.
Either an after-the-game stop or a midweek lunch option, head over to Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell. Serving up juicy burgers, fresh wraps, crisp salads, or stiff drinks made just the way you like them. Whether it's a quick lunch or a night out, Ace's is your go-to spot. Open for lunch Tuesday through Friday and suppers Wednesday through Saturday. Make Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell the place for delicious eats, great drinks, and good times. Follow the Facebook page for daily specials and menu options.
If you have plumbing, electrical, heating, or air conditioning service needs, call on the team at Eagle HVAC and Plumbing. Tyler and the crew can handle any project from backups, lights out, or heating and air conditioning service. With quick, friendly service to Axtell and all surrounding communities on both new and existing construction. Eagle HVAC also stocks a full line of name brand appliances, and they offer excavation work as well. Turn to Eagle HVAC and Plumbing of Axtell. Find them on Facebook.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
Harsh winters in our area can drive up your energy cost. Protect your home and wallet this year by stopping at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. Seal drafty windows and doors with weather stripping and draft stoppers. Grab durable window and door wrap or new ductwork and replace your furnace filter for improved energy efficiency, lower repair costs, and a more comfortable home. Visit Hometown Lumber in Marysville or Axtell Lumber today to protect your home and stay warm this winter. Welcome into our Marysville Dental Care State Championship game preview as we talk with head coach of the Axtell Eagles, Eric Detweiler. Eric, first off, congratulations to you and your team, a fourth straight year in the 8-man Division II State Championship game. How does that feel to be back here?
Pretty amazing. You never know what the season's going to entail with injury-wise or, how cards are going to play out. And we're just super fortunate and excited to be able to come back and play in another one.
And, of course, you guys coming off that good win there against Frankfort 52-20. They're the first team that have taken you guys the full distance since last year's Care-Parraville game. So, I guess, how was nutrition during that game, and how did everyone feel playing a full contest?
Obviously it's a little different. Honestly, our kids were a little bummed at halftime, I thought, but I had to remind them, hey, we're winning, and this is what happens when you get to the deep in the playoffs. You're going to play some really good teams, especially like Frankfort that we've played twice already this year, and that would be our second matchup, I guess, and like our fifth matchup in the last 3 years. You play somebody that many times, and know what you're doing, and you kind of come up with some new stuff and go from there.
And kind of how did you handle that second after that halftime conversation? Because I know you outscored them like 28-8 or something there in the second half. So what kind of got the boys going?
Well, nothing, specific on us. Kind of reminding the boys that, we expected this to be a full game. And we were ahead by 2 scores at half. Nothing to feel nervous or antsy about or anything like that. And obviously we made some halftime adjustments and so obviously that helped us. And, I think our kids just made plays and just kind of went from there.
One thing we talk about, during the season and in the playoffs is turnovers. And, of course, Brandon coughed it up 2 times, kind of uncharacteristic on this year. But what's the learning point for you to him getting ready for the state championship game after those 2 TOs?
Well, honestly, learn from those mistakes. And kind of funny that right after his fumble, the play before that, I thought he was not protecting the ball good enough, so I actually told him the play before to protect it, and then the next one he fumbles. Maybe my point got struck, but maybe a play too late, I don't know. Obviously, he's a smart kid. I think that was the first time he'd fumbled all season, and he also threw an interception, and I know that was his first INT all year, so I can't complain for doing that in the sub-state championship.
He's been a very solid player for you all season and throughout the career, too. And as you do prepare for this contest versus Victoria, was there anything different throughout the week that you did to prepare your team for an 11 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday game?
Not really. We just, treat it just like a game day. Obviously, we have to get up early in the morning and, get ready. So hopefully it shouldn't affect us. But, at the same time, it's the same for both teams where I'm sure they're not ready for an early morning game either. So, we just treat it, kind of do our routine kind of the same, just earlier in the day.
And I know many coaches would kill for this next saying, but you have that obviously very much been there, done that mentality the last 4 years. So is there anything, new you're preaching this week, or is it just kind of the business at hand sort of style?
Nothing new, honestly. We just kind of like to keep it routine. Try to keep it as normal as possible and get morning breakfast just like, the moms that feed us on game days. So I try to keep that the same and hopefully it works out for us.
And as you do prepare for Victoria, I know we chatted a little bit about before, not much on them so far, but, obviously 12-0, a good season. What's going to be a key for you guys to come away victorious for the 4th year in a row?
Well, you're right. They're a big physical team. They got a lot of size. I think their center's 265. Really physical, really, well-known kid throughout the state on how good of a player he is. And they got another fullback, I think, is 220. About 6 foot, 220. So they're big and physical. They like to run the ball more than they like to pass. So we need to try to stop that run game and coming to that game with like our boys, a hair on fire and match that physicality.
And last one for you, Eric, before I let you go, but this will be the 4th different opponent you guys face in a state championship game. Just what does that mean from your consistency standpoint that you're always there, but you're getting another team's best shot each season?
Well, that our hard work and dedication to our program pays off. Our kids take what we do in the summertime very serious, and how about we go about our business and try to do things the right way, and we're just excited that it's working out for us, and that that it shows that.
Again, talking with Axtell Eagles head football coach Eric Detweiler as the Eagles aim for their fourth straight 8-man Division II state championship when they take on Victoria Saturday morning, 11 a.m. on KNDY FM 95.5. Again, thank you for the time, Eric, and I look forward to talking with you after the game.
All right, sounds great. Thanks, Max. Appreciate it all season long.
When agricultural conservation work is needed on your farm, call Barry Bussing with Bussing Construction in Axtell, offering dozer services on terrace and waterways. Improve the value and resourcefulness of your farmland. Contact Barry Bussing today at 785-799-5205 for conservation work that'll build better practices for the future. That's Bussing Construction of Axtell, 785-799-5205.
At Apex Crop Solutions, we understand farmers' needs. I'm sales agronomist Jesse Rellinger, and I'll be your partner when you call us for your ag chemical needs. We're a locally owned business located just south of Beatty Junction. With our competitive prices, sound agronomic knowledge, and no brand affiliation, we provide the best solutions tailored to your operation. It's more than just a business. It's dedication and passion for agriculture. Apex Crop Solutions. Swing by our location, find us on Facebook, or give us a call.
KNDY Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-frame buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. KNDY Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. KNDY Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. KNDY Buildings at 785-294-0147.
Having a baby is an amazing, life-changing experience. The Birth Center at Community Healthcare System in Onega offers a childbirth experience that is personalized for you. From innovative care model that keeps mother and baby together to professional care team of experts in OB, postpartum, and neonatal care, the Birth Center team works closely with you, your physician, and your family to provide the personalized, compassionate, one-on-one care and attention you deserve, all in a warm, supportive, family-oriented environment that meets you and your baby's unique needs. For more information, visit chcsks.org. CHCS in Onega. Personalized care inspired by you.
And welcome back to our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week on a championship Saturday from Greensburg, Kansas. Axtell aiming for their fourth straight state championship. Victoria aiming for their first one since 2015. Both of these teams come in heavy on the run on the season. On the ground, over 112 yards through the air. Victoria on the other side, over 237 yards on the ground, 70 yards through the air. So a run-heavy team for Victoria, but different styles. A power-run team is Victoria in this contest. They are led by the man up front, Kyle Hauser, a 6'3", 265-pound junior in all-state selection last year as a sophomore. A power lineman that will drive the engine is Victoria. Meanwhile, of course, the Axtell Eagles led by Brandon Schmelsley and Eli Brocksterman in the backfield, the reigning 8-man Division II offensive and defensive players of the year. This team has been tested last week by Frankfort, but this Victoria game might be the biggest test that Axtell has faced in the last 2 years. Sun is poking out here at Greensburg. There still will be about a north wind, about 15 to 20 miles an hour, so we'll try and keep that out of our ears today. Chilly, 30 degrees, but unlike last year, no snow on the ground. We are in the Victoria sideline. Victoria selects to win the toss. Axtell will defer till the second half as they will kick with the wind. We are facing east on this north-south facing field. Beautiful artificial turf here in Greensburg, Kansas. Starting lineups now for you. First for Victoria, Kyle Hauser up front at center, Jeb Miller and Cody Schmidberger, at the guards. On the outside, tight end / wide receivers, Cale Braun and Ethan Von Lintold, both a senior and junior respectively. In the backfield will be Wyatt Griffin, fullback Matt Pfeiffer, and at slot back Weston Shear, a sophomore. Victoria starts 3 seniors, 4 juniors, and 1 sophomore. Axtell, it'll be the same starting lineup as it has been all season. Up front from left to right, Logan Fannin, Blaze Bussing, and Dalton Heinen. Logan, the lone sophomore on the offensive line. In the backfield, Brandon Schmelsley at quarterback, Landon Schmidt behind him at running back, along with Eli Brocksterman, and out wide, Wyatt Detweiler and Rylan Bussing. Axtell, 5 seniors, 1 junior, 2 sophomores on the starting offense. And, of course, this senior class of Rylan Bussing, Gavin Shaughnessy, Eli Brocksterman, Brandon Schmelsley, Blaze Bussing, and Dalton Heinen, undefeated in their high school career, aiming for 52 straight wins dating back to their freshman year. The last loss for Axtell came back in 2019 playoffs. Since then, undefeated. Axtell will kick it off. Landon Schmitz will get us going. Ethan Von Lintel will be back to return this one. Axtell in their road whites, blue pants, Victoria in kind of their maroon and gold uniforms. Again, Axtell will kick off north to south with the wind. Got a north wind about 15-20. It's going to be a great game. Glad to have you all along, and let's get ready for some state championship football. Schmitz back to kick here, waiting on the clock. Had it ready to rock and roll. The white hat puts his hand down, and we are off and rolling with this 2024 8-man Division II state championship game. Von Lintel will take it about the 5-yard line. Look for a right side return. Axtell there to pull him down right about the 15-yard line. Gets out of 1 tackle, continues to fight up until the 20-yard line. Good run there by Ethan Von Lintel, a powerful back for this Victoria Knights team. Von Lintel will go 2-15 and a junior at his tight end position. Again, this is a heavy junior-led team for Victoria. Had experience last year. They were in the playoffs before getting upset by eventual opponent for Axtell, South Central. Weston Shear is going to get his first run of the game. He's going to take it down the right side as Victoria goes quickly here in the I formation for 6 yards for Shear. Now here's a run to the left. Axtell defense there to stop him, but I believe it'll be up to a first down marker. Excuse me there. Fighting off a little bit of cold myself, so a little cold out in the wind, a little cold here for the announcer, but it's going to be a great game for football. It is the first down run for Shear on his second run. Now there's a fumble in the backfield. Axtell's on it. Victoria turns it over on their first offensive possession, and the Eagles pounce on it. A huge turnover for Victoria, only 5 on the season, and Axtell comes up with a big TO themselves to get their offense out on the field. Just a missed snap on the first play, or on the third play, from the line of scrimmage for Victoria. Mentioned it there, only 5 turnovers all season, and a costly one now. Will give it back, or give it to Axtell. Eagles in the shotgun formation. Smelsley down there. Cold day as Smelsley drops this one. He's going to be locked for a sack. A big sack there by the Victoria defense. Cody Schmidberger in there with the tackle for the first loss of the contest for Axtell. But again, a cold day out there. As you saw, Smelsley have trouble with it on his first snap of the day. Victoria turns it over on their first possession too as well. So now a second down and 14 after that 4-yard loss. Ball near side hash, in and out of the hands of Eli Brocksterman. Eli wearing that big cast on his left hand, broke it there a couple weeks ago in the Osborne contest. Had a pretty decent game last week against the Frankfort Wildcats. Again, though, it was Brandon that had a heck of a one on the ground, 253 total yards and 5 touchdowns, 2 fumbles. But now the Eagles backed up with a long third down situation here. 3rd down and 14 from the Victoria 34-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side is Wyatt and Eli. Far side, Ryland. Backfield, Landon Schmelsley behind Brandon Schmelsley in the pistol formation. Brandon sparks out a signal. Here's the snap. It's going to be an option near side. Pitch to Landon. Landon trying to find the edge. He's going to be stopped after a short gain and flung back by the big defensive cornerback for Victoria, number 21, Ethan Von Lintel, playing out there on the outside. Stopped Landon right in his tracks. Only a 3-yard gain. So now a 4th down and 11 upcoming for Axtell. Eagles had the punt for the first time last week, on the year. Now they go up with a 4th down and 11. No score first quarter, trying to capitalize off the Victoria fumble. Brandon back to pass, looking left, now pressured in the pocket. He's going to step up, now try and catch the edge. No one's there. Lowers his shoulder, not close to a first down, as the Victoria faithful on this side of the stand line are very happy with that one. Axtell cannot do anything with the turnover from Victoria when they fumbled it on game, and now a turnover on downs for Axtell. Will give it right back to the Knights. Officially, Brandon was able to sneak up 4 yards on that one for the 4-yard loss earlier. But Victoria will start their second possession just about where they fumbled it on their own 27-yard line. Here's a run up the middle. Stopped nicely up there by the defensive line. Landon Schmitz, Rylan Bussing, and along with Logan Sandman up there to get that tackle. Gain of 2 for the halfback Western contest. Lead back for the Knights. Over 1,000 yards with 87 carries and 17 touchdowns this year for the halfback. Under center will be Victoria most of the day. It's going to be an option right side, driven down after a short pickup by Wyatt Detweiler. A 2nd down and 8 turns into about a 3rd down and 5 now after a 3-yard pickup from Shear again. Third down and 5 now for Victoria. Still scoreless here. 9 minutes to play in this first quarter. Victoria fumbled it on their first possession. Axtell was held on a 4th down and long. Now Victoria on their second. It's going to be a trap play up the middle. Quarterback keeper nowhere. Stonewalled by Axtell and thrown back in the backfield there. Will stop his momentum right at the line to gain, but the interior part of this Axtell defensive line looking good here early on, and that's going to be a no gain for the quarterback, Wyatt Griffin, as he kept that one in his hip pocket. And now a 4th down and 5 upcoming for Victoria. Punt formation for Victoria. They will kick it into the wind for the Knights. Kicking it off is Weston Shear. Back to return is Brandon Smeltley. Now it's going to be a pass far side. Incomplete. Both teams now 2 4th down incompletions. Both coaches alluded to in our pregame. Thank you to Jeff Wirtz of the TVL Spotlight for that. Victoria slow to get out. Axtell on the other end hot. Now they're going to have the ball on the Victoria side of midfield at the 32-yard line. Pistol formation. Brandon looking back to pass. Draw play, but it's read perfectly by this Victoria defense. Von Lintel in there, along with his running mate Matthew Piper, and Brandon's going to be dropped for a 5-yard loss. Victoria read that one perfectly. Axtell loves to spread it out and kind of run that quarterback draw right up the middle. But the Victoria defensive line was there in a hurry. Axtell need to find a way to get some momentum here. Ball's been stuck about this 40 to 30-yard mark of Victoria since the game started. No score here. First quarter, 7:35 to play. Axtell on their second drive. Brandon looking back to pass, using the wind. Near side has Eli. Overshot him as it landed at the 10. Eli was at the 13. That win. Brandon, we saw him throw his first interception of the year last week versus Frankfort. But Eli did a good job to get a step on the corner here on the near side. But the nice brisk breeze from the north to south, about 15 again, affected that pass and carried it just about a yard too far. Eli would have walked in, but now a 3rd down and 16 upcoming for Axtell. Eagles went for it on 4th down and 11 on their first possession, now trying to get a chunk yardage here. Play to make it a manageable 4th down attempt. Brandon in the shotgun, empty set. 3-man rush from Victoria. Brandon back to pass, near side again, looking for Eli again, and over his head again. Back-to-back straight passes that have just sailed on Brandon. Again, good concepts here near side between Wyatt Detweiler and Eli Brocksterman. A little kind of crossing route at the line of scrimmage, got Eli up along the sideline, and again, had a step on the corner, but just couldn't make it out there. And Eli playing with that cast on his left hand, throwing it to him, trying to make those catches, but ball's just been too long. Brandon will be back to punt now, as again, they punted for the first time on the season last year versus Frankfort in that first half. Brandon with the wind at his back will try to pin Victoria deep, but Victoria jumps up front. First penalty will go on Weston Shear. Penalty on the 9th.
Offside,
3-5 yards here for Axtell. Now a 4th down and 11 upcoming for the Eagles. Looks like same formation as Brandon will step back in punt formation about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 38 of Victoria. Brandon back to punt. No one back to return for Victoria. Try and get this one in the end zone. Axel try and draw them off sides. No, punt is way into the wind. That one's going to be long into the end zone. Actually through the goalpost. Too bad it's not a field goal. Good for that. Still scoreless here, though, first quarter. Victoria will get their third possession started after a punt by Axtell. That ball punted at, was it the 38-yard line all the way back into the end zone? About a 50-yard punt there from Brandon. That wind really affecting Axtell here early on their passing attempts, as Brandon's been long looking for Eli early on. Third possession here for Victoria, starting at their own 15-yard line. It's going to be a sweep far side for the halfback, Weston Shear. Shear will be driving forward. Actually, that's Matt Pfeiffer. Excuse me. A 5-yard pickup for Pfeiffer. Second down and 5 now after the 5-yard pickup. Eli Brocksterman there along with Ryland Bussing to make that tackle. Defensive front for Axtell. 2 down linemen. Logan Sandman and Dalton Heinen. Pressure up the middle, run to the left. Wyatt Griffin, quarterback, will get this run. Gain of 4 on a 2nd down and 5 play. So 3rd down and about 1. Ball on Victoria 42-yard line. Neither team has crossed midfield on this chilly Saturday morning from Greensburg, Kansas. 3rd down and play. It's going to be a run left side, stopped in the backfield. Landon Schmidt's right at the line to gain marker. Let's see where the near side judge comes in. Weston Shear got the run. Landon Schmitz is going to be credited for a no gain on that one. So a 3rd down and 1 turns into a 4th down and 1. Axtell went for it once, got turned over. Victoria went for it on 4th down on their last drive. Fake punt, threw it to the near side. Will most likely keep the offense out here looking for 1 yard. A team that averages over 230 yards on the game or on the ground so far this year. Needing 1 here to keep this drive alive for Victoria. We go under the 5-minute mark. Fumble on the snap. It's going to be a quick snap. Flags come out from the backside line judge. Probably a false start as Victoria tried to catch Axtell napping on that one. Let's see what the official call is. Pointing to the offense is the near side line judge. Victoria went under center, tried to quick snap it almost like the Chiefs-Raiders games last night. Snap was bobbled. False start will be called on Victoria, so make a 4th down and 1, a 4th down and 6 now. Going into the wind, we'll see what the Knights decide to do here. Looks like the offense will stay on the field. 4th down and 6. Still scoreless here. 5 minutes, 23 seconds left to play in this first quarter. Differing styles, both having trouble with the cold and the wind here early on. Axtell so far 0 for 3 through the air. Victoria 0 for 1. 4th down play. It's going to be a rollout left side. Looking for some space as the quarterback flip. Picked off near side by the Axtell Eagles. That's the 2nd turnover, and that's Ryland Bussing who gets the INT out of his lineman position. Big pick there by Axtell, and 2nd turnover force of this Victoria Knights team. We'll see if the Eagles can make do on this one. Let's see here real quick, Ryland, I believe that's his second interception on the season. 2 turnovers forced for a Victoria team that has only turned it over 5 times all year. And now Smelsley's going to be driven back in the backfield. Victoria all over this running game for Axtell. A 6-yard loss for Brandon. 4 rushes now, 3 of them going negative so far in this one. Axtell needing to find a way to get out of this interior front of the Victoria Knights, who have great size up front, of course, led by Kyle Hauser, a 280-pound, 6'3" junior, all-state selection last year for the Knights as a sophomore, wreaking havoc on this Axtell offensive line here early on. 2nd down and 16 play. Shotgun formation. Here's going to be quarterback run right to the right side. Smelsley looking for the edge. Does find a little bit of room. Is driven out of bounds up inside the 30-yard line. We'll see where they mark him at. A 2nd down and 16 probably turns into about a 3rd down and 6 now after about the 10-yard pickup. And that's what they'll give Brandon, 10 yards on the money. Much more manageable 3rd down now for the Eagles. Looking for the first score in this contest. Clock continuing to roll at the 4-minute mark of this first quarter. 3rd down and 6, ball on the 25 of Victoria. Here's going to be an option left. Fake pitch. Brandon's going to keep it, puts his shoulder down close to the first down marker, but I believe will be stopped a yard short. So a 3rd down and 6 turns into a 4th down and 1 after the 5-yard pickup. As the Eagles are looking to punch it in for their first score here of this contest. Now, KU football is doing too. They had the 11 o'clock kickoff versus Baylor. KU football later on this afternoon right here on KNDY at 4:30. In the pistol formation, landed behind him. It's going to be an option near side. Smelsley gets the edge, gets it inside the 10, cuts it back, up for a touchdown, Eagles. A 20-yard touchdown scamper by senior Brandon Smelsley puts the Eagles up 6-0 here at the 3:18 mark in this first quarter. And just like we saw last week, Brandon using those legs finds the edge and takes it in 4-6. Two-point conversion upcoming for the Eagles as they strike first here in this contest. Brandon had 2 45-plus yard runs last week, opens this up with a 20-yard touchdown. Under center now is Smelsley. It's going to be a fake pitch, throwback right side for Ryland in the end zone. 2-point conversion good, and Axtell on top early, 8-0 after the 20-yard touchdown run by Brandon Smelsley. We're back to our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week after this break.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. You can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need.
We know the scenario. Your Wi-Fi is being shared between 2 televisions streaming Netflix, smart devices scattered throughout your home, multiple smartphones, and you have a Zoom meeting you're trying to connect to. Take the frustration out of your Wi-Fi with Blue Valley Technologies' worry-free Wi-Fi service. Our advanced router with a 24/7 support team can help your home network run smoothly. For more information, call 877-876-1228.
The Axtell Eagles strike first in this 8-man Division II state championship contest, a 20-yard touch. Eli Brockstrom and the dynamic duo has been so important to this Axtell success, along with the other 4 seniors, no doubt, on this incredible run that the Eagles are on. Of course, 51 straight contests, looking for their 4th straight state champion, 5th in school history. They're up 8-0 here at the 3:18 mark in the first quarter. Victoria gets started on their 4th drive. It's going to be a run near side. Ball's out again, right into the hands of Wyatt Detweiler, and he turns it back for a touchdown. A 15-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown, and the Eagles, just like that, are up 14-0. That ball popped out from running back Weston Shear right into the hands of Wyatt Detweiler as he scampered right to the end zone for a touchdown. Then just like that, the Eagles pour it on here early in the 4th quarter. That is already the 3rd turnover by Victoria, a team that had 5 all season. Turns it over for the 4th time here in this contest, and the Eagles take advantage. 2-point conversion. Brandon looking to run, now stops, pops, and will be dropped for a loss. But nonetheless, no, there's a flag. Oh, they called it good. He got in, but there's a flag thrown on the far sideline. But talk about some momentum. A fumble on Victoria. Rylan Bussing has picked off a pass. A fumble was pulled in by Eli on the 3rd play of the game. And now number 12, Wyatt Detweiler, returns it 15 yards for the fumble touchdown. I believe an illegal formation is going to be called on Axtell, so the 2-point conversion is no good, but the Eagles up 14-0 here early on in the first quarter. 5th possession for Victoria coming up, and 3 turnovers so far forced by the Eagles. We're back after this.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Bowie Truck Line of Summerfield, a proud supporter of the community and the Axtell Eagles, wishing the team best of luck. Call on Bowie for prompt, professional delivery on time, wherever the destination. Experienced drivers make your load first priority. From pickup to drop-off, you can rely on the team at Bowie Truck Line of Summerfield, proud supporters of this radio broadcast.
Eagles up 14-0. Landon Schmitz will kick this one off using the wind at his back. Will drive Von Lenzel into the end zone and touch back. That fumble recovery by Detweiler, it couldn't have been any perfect. Halfback for Victoria, Weston Shear, popped it out. Don't know who forced the fumble for Axtell, but it landed right in the hands of Wyatt as he went sprinting 15 yards for that touchdown. And I said it going on to break. Axtell has forced 19 interceptions this year. Don't have a count on fumbles. But Victoria has only turned it over 5 times in their 12 games. They have 3 turnovers on 4 possessions here early on. On their 5th possession, will start at their own 15-yard line after the touchback from Schmidt. It's going to be a pass far side. That's going to be caught as it went fluttering into this air. Cale Brown will be on the receiving end of that 1-yard pickup. First pass completion for Victoria in this one. Moving quickly now. 2nd down and 8 as they actually give him 2 on the pass play. It's going to be a run up the middle. Fullback will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Weston Shear, who has turned it over twice now on the contest, gets the ball back. Short 1, makes it 3rd down and 7, so I'll give him 1 on that one, 2 on the one before. But so far, this Axtell defense keen on this run game of Victoria. And again, Victoria going into the wind, making it very difficult to pass here in this first quarter, trying to keep it on the ground. But the frontmen up top, Dalton Heinen and Logan Sandman, doing their job on the defensive line for Axtell. Here's a pass, roll out right on the play action. Pressure coming from Sandman, block in the back, is not going to be called. Finds a man, incomplete, and a smack laid by Brandon Schmelsley. Safety possession, in and out of the hands of Ethan Von Lintel, leading receiver for the Knights. Von Lintel had it in his hands, but Schmelzley comes up and lays the boom on the near sideline for an incomplete pass. Now a 4th down and 7 for Victoria, as they have yet to even sniff their own 35-yard line, maybe even their 30 so far at this point. Victoria will be back to punt. It is Weston Shear, your punt man. Brandon Schmelzley will be back to return. Shear booted it away once on a fake punt. This one's over the head of Schmelzley. He's going to let it bounce at the 20, and that's where Axtell will start their next possession. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Axtell's 5th try coming up when we come back.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it into the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting, no job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
First play from scrimmage is Eli Brocksherman down the far sideline right in front of this great Axtell crowd from the Eagle 24-yard line all the way up, I believe, to the 40.
Play, that's good for an Axtell Eagle. First down and 10.
So they're actually going to mark it at the 36-yard line. So 36, that's going to be a 12-yard run by Eli on his first tote of this morning's contest. Brandon back to pass, near side here, in and out of the hands of Eli again. Second drop by Eli, trying to catch that ball with that big cast on his left hand. A cold day, too, as well. Doesn't make it easy on the Eagles. The only thing Axtell hasn't done offensively so far is protect the quarterback. Brandon's been sacked twice early on, but they do lead 14-0 on 3 turnovers forced here in this first quarter. Axtell on their 3rd offensive drive on their own 36-yard line. 2nd down and 10, option near side. Landon's going to try and get the edge on the taken option pitch. He's going to be chopped down near side for a short gain. 3rd down and 10 will, a 2nd down and 10 will turn into a 3rd down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup by Landon. Smart job there by Brandon to get that ball out early, let the athletes get in space. Clock rolls under 45 seconds here in this first quarter. Eagles lead 14-0 on their 4th offensive possession. They were forced on a turnover on downs and a punt on their first 2. 3rd down and 8. Brandon back to pass. Looking left, now looking right. Tosses deep over the middle. Has Wyatt. Wyatt inside the 5. Touchdown, Axtell Eagles. A 34-yard strike from number 16, Brandon Schmelzley, to number 12, Wyatt Detweiler, for the touchdown, Axtell, and it is 20-0 right before the quarter break. Ran a 2-man route. Eli was on the left side. Wyatt just kind of was running a straight 9 route down the sideline, no one in the middle of the field. Brandon let that one fly, let his man run under it, find the touchdown, and for Wyatt, that will be his 3rd receiving touchdown here on the season. 2-point conversion, Brandon in the shotgun. Eli motions right. It's going to be handoff Eli trying to get the edge. He does easily, and Eagles are up 22-0 here in this first quarter. We'll be back after that one. A 34-yard strike from Brandon to Wyatt puts the Eagles up 22-0.
Whether the work is inside or outside, a repair, remodel, addition, or new construction, Peak Construction in Marysville is ready to build. They start off by helping you turn your vision into a concrete design with the help of samples from local vendors. Their in-house construction crew gets to work making that design a reality. Imagine what you can do with the help of Peak Construction. Phone 562-6380 for an appointment to start planning. From top to bottom, inside and out, call Peak Construction. 562-6380.
The answer is yes. SBS.
At SBS Insurance, we believe in service beyond the sale. We are fortunate to have multiple competitive companies to quote your personal, farm, business, and life insurance needs. By taking advantage of our annual renewal review, you can rest assured that you have the right coverage for the most competitive rate. Contact your local SBS office today to see how we can provide you service beyond the sale.
SBS Insurance, the home team. The answer is yes.
So it has been all cylinders here for the Axtell Eagles. They have forced 3 turnovers on 4 possessions by the Victoria Knights, 2 offensive touchdowns on 4 possessions. Have really helped this Axtell offense find a rhythm. This, of course, many thought was going to be the biggest test for Axtell this season, maybe last week versus Frankfort too, but there's a reason Victoria was projected to be in this game at the start of the season. They had an opportunity last year before falling to South Central, a team that Axtell handled in a snowy state championship game. But here early on, the Eagles overpowering the Knights. Back to pass, no, now it's going to be a quarterback run up the middle, short yardage gain there, and sneaking in for the tackle. Dalton Heinen along with Rylan Bussing. Quarterback picks up 2 yards there, has Wyatt Griffin now 6 yards on the ground so far as we come to the end of quarter number 1. Again, 3 turnovers forced by Axtell have turned into 22 points for the Eagles at the end of the first quarter. Axtell leading the 2024 8-man Division II state championship 22-0. We're back with our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number 1 rated dentists in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. We'll see what the second quarter has in store when we're back after this break.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
Landall Company in Marysville is now hiring for various positions. Excellent pay, growth potential, and outstanding benefits that include annual wage reviews, incentive bonus with 60% of profits given back to employees, attendance bonus, comprehensive insurance plan with $500 deductible, paid time off, paid holidays, 401k, and much more. Apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability welcome.
Score update to pass along for you. KU Jayhawks tied with the Baylor Bears 7-7 midway through, about 2 minutes left of the first quarter. Here in this one, Axtell up big 22-0. Run on a 2nd down and 8 play by fullback Matthew Piper will pick up 6 yards, brings up now a 3rd down and medium. This Victoria team that averages over 230 yards on the ground. After that, last run so far has been held to, quick math in my brain, 29 yards in that first quarter. Also 2 fumbles on the ground and an INT have turned into points for the Axtell Eagles. 3rd down and about 1.5 now. I formation for Victoria. Fumble in the backfield, but this is going to roll out of bounds. Forward momentum, too, will put it from the 25 to about the 26. A 1st down on a fumble. It was a pitch play near side. The halfback just stonehand that one. It went rolling forward. And maybe the best, I don't want to be mean here, but maybe the best offensive play Victoria's had so far in this contest is a fumble lost out of bounds for positive yardage. Will give the Knights a 1st down contest here. And thank you all for tuning in. Max Blasky with you on the call. Got a great group of Axtell people over on the sideline. Again, thank you to Lauren Schmelsley and Brad Broshman for the great breakfast this morning. Thank you for tuning in wherever you're at. Here's a pass play across the middle. Will be caught right at the 40-yard line. Positive play here for Victoria from the 26 up to the 40. As coming up with that catch, didn't even have him on by receiving. Wyatt Schmidberger, the junior corner/tight end, comes up with a big play, a 14-yard pickup for Victoria, their biggest play by far here in this contest. First down and 10 now for the Knights on their own 40-yard line. Left side run by the fullback. Going to be smacked by Eli Broxman over on that far sideline. It was positive yardage picked up, though, by Victoria. I believe Matt Piper was the runner. There is a flag on the field. Axtell, who had a lot of penalties last week versus Frankfort, none so far here in this one. Meanwhile, Victoria, that's going to be their third accepted penalty on the holding call from the original line of scrimmage. So back him up 10 yards for the Knights. As they're figuring out here where this ball should be placed at, it was originally at the Victoria 40, so all the way back now to the Victoria 30-yard line will set them up a first down and 20. If you're just joining us, Victoria fumbled on the third play of the game. Axtell had to turn it over on fourth downs. Both teams kind of went in and out before Victoria threw an interception. Brandon Schmelsley ran it in for a 20-yard touchdown run to get us started. Then Wyatt Detweiler returned a fumble that landed right to his lap, 15 yards for a touchdown. Then Brandon finds Detweiler for a 34-yard touchdown, making it 22-0. Here's pressure by the quarterback and sacked. Eli Bruxman comes up with a big sack at first down and 20, turns into a second down and 6 on the sack by Eli. Big defensive pressure coming from the senior outside middle linebacker. A 6-yard loss on the play. Axtell's first sack in this contest. A team that only has 12 on the season. Blaze Bussing, Wyatt Detweiler, and Eli lead the way. Now Eli takes the team lead with 4 on the season. Here's a run play left side. Sneaking through that offensive line is Matt Piper. Small pickup on the third down and 26. I believe it's going to be 29-yard line. So a 5-yard gain is what they're giving Piper on that one. Now a third down and 21 upcoming for Victoria. Just start of the second quarter. Axtell leading 22-0, looking for their 4th straight state championship and a record-setting 52 straight wins as well. Back to pass is quarterback Wyatt Griffin. Pressure comes, now a little snip pass up front. Good open field tackle, though, by Wyatt Detweiler. Catch is going to be made by Ethan Von Lintel, a big tight end. Wyatt giving up about 20 to 30 pounds on that one, but a strong play, only a 3-yard gain on the small little pitch and catch by Victoria. Now a 4th down and 18 to go on their own 32-yard line. The Knights will punt this one away. Weston Shear will be your punter. Back to pass is Brandon Schmelsley, now stopped in the backfield. Rylan Bussing got there, and now a bevy of Axtell Eagles will stop this punt short of the original line to gain a loss of 4 and a turnover on downs by Victoria, as this Axtell defense is all over the field here in this early morning contest. As we have inching ever closer to noon, but a third turnover on downs forced by this Axtell defense, and 3 turnovers already on 6 possessions. Axtell will start this drive on their own 29-yard line after the stop of the, we'll call it a sack on a punt. Brandon here near side looking for the option, now looking for the edge, has a blocker in front of him. Wide Detweiler down the sideline. Brandon dives. Touchdown, Axtell Eagles. A 29-yard touchdown scamper, but we do have a flag on the play near side. I was worried about that one. Looked like a holding on Axtell, and it will be called. Landon Schmitz did a good job to get out to the outside along with Eli. Don't know which one of those two picked up the holding. It obviously opened up a big hole. But again, Axtell just finding the outside and out-physicaling this Victoria team early on. A big, powerful Victoria team. Axtell just more powerful so far here in this one. I commented to Eric Detweiler early on about the been here, done that mentality. He also said last week the boys felt a little displeased. They had won that game at halftime, but here they are trying to end this one at half, already up 22-0. Now, though, pushed back. A first down and 15. Brandon across the middle finds Wyatt. Wyatt breaks the tackle up to the original line of scrimmage, and then a little bit more. Good little pass play to get those scrimmage yards back. From the 37 up to the 27, that's a 10-yard pickup from Brandon to Wyatt. Wyatt's second catch here in this one after the 34-yard touchdown pitch and catch earlier on from Brandon to Wyatt. Their receiver here in this one so far. We've targeted Eli. Now here's a little flip pass to Eli as he's trying to get around the edge. Use that speed, but Victoria there. Short pickup for Eli. A little flip pass. So a 2-yard pickup now will bring a third down and about 6 to go. Axtell did have to turn it over on downs and punts on their first possession, but since then it's been a 20-yard scamper by Brandon, and then Brandon finding Wyatt for a 34-yard touchdown pass in there. Wyatt also had a 15-yard fumble recovery that landed right in his lap, took it back in that first quarter. Third down and 6 from their own, or from the Victoria 25-yard line. Pistol formation. Landon and Brandon in the backfield. Landon will take this one across the sideline. Bounces off a 1. First down, Eagles up inside the red zone from the 25 to about the 15-yard line. We're going to give him a 9-yard pickup there for Landon Schmitz. Axtell first down. We'll keep this drive moving as we go under 7 minutes here in the first quarter. Eagles leading 22-0. Just mentioned it before, a slow start both sides. But since those first 2 possessions on each one, Axtell has been the more dominant team in this state championship contest. Clouds cleared as it's kind of turned into a nice morning. Still breezy out of the north, 30 degrees. But a great day for football as Axtell moves into the wind, looking right to left. Quarterback draw up the middle. Brandon trying to break one tackle. He's going to be pulled down. After a pickup of about 4, we'll bring up a second down and 6 or so. Inside the 15-yard line, officially they're going to give him, they will give him 4, so your announcer did guess correct on that one. A reminder, coming up next week, the TVL Rundown with myself and Jeff Wirtz. So we move to Thursday, so tune in every Thursday at 7, noon, and 5 for a look around the TVL as we start basketball season next week. Hard to believe. Eagles trying to make it, though, 4 straight in football. Here's going to be an option as Brandon will pull it, get to the outside, sneaks forward 4, positive yardage again, about 5 yards. Right. Ryan Griffin will come in on the tackle from his outside linebacker position. A 2nd and 6 turns into a 3rd and 3, a little shorter on the spot than I thought they would give it to him, but nonetheless manageable here for this Eagles defense. Inside the 10-yard line, ball placed at the 8 of Victoria. They get a first down at the 5-yard line, 3rd down and 3. Pistol formation, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. It's going to be an option to this near side. Eli takes the pitch, not enough for the first down, still chugging near the goal line, stretches out. What's the call? Stopped at about the half-yard line. A 7-yard run for Eli Brocksterman trying to find that end zone. Couldn't find it last week in that contest versus Frankfort as the Wildcats did a good job on Eli in that game. Only ended up running for 87 yards, 7 rushes, actually found the end zone twice, 3 receptions for 48. Looking for his first one there, will be denied. Ball on the half-yard line, pistol formation, Eli Brandon in the backfield, quarterback power, touchdown, Axtell Eagles. We've seen that once, we've seen it twice now here in this contest. Brandon Schmelsley powers forward for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, making it 28-0. When Axtell gets that close to the goal line, it is just hard to stop this Eagles offense. Take the opening possession here of this second quarter, march it down the field, put it in for a score. 2-point conversion upcoming for Axtell. Landon in the backfield, now confusion by the Axtell side. Eric Detweiler will take his first time out, and we'll take it with him. 2-point conversion pending. Eagles lead 28-0.
Either an after-the-game stop or a midweek lunch option, head over to Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell. Serving up juicy burgers, fresh wraps, crisp salads, or stiff drinks made just the way you like them. Whether it's a quick lunch or a night out, Ace's is your go-to spot. Open for lunch Tuesday through Friday and suppers Wednesday through Saturday. Make Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell the place for delicious eats, great drinks, and good times. Follow the Facebook page for daily specials and menu options.
coverage is not in today, as KU basketball will be on the airwaves later today. That's a 4:30 tip versus Furman. Actually, 5 o'clock, 4:30 pregame here on KNDY FM 95.5. Football broadcast, we'll have an update of that game coming up here at halftime. K-State basketball, too, as well, on the 1st. So coming up tomorrow, Arkansas Pine Bluff at 1 o'clock. But later today, the big one, it's Farmageddon as the Wildcats and the Cyclones face off 6:30 there over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.1. Here the Axtell Eagles lead at 28-0 on a 1-yard touchdown power run by Brandon Schmelsley. Tight formation out for the Eagles on the 2-point conversion. Eli in motion left to right. He's going to try and find the edge. Sneaks in for the 2-point conversion. Second one here today. The Broxterman has found the end zone on the 2-point conversion as he will put the Eagles up 30-0 here with 4:52 left to play in this second quarter. We're back after this break and a word from our sponsors.
If you have plumbing, electrical, heating, or air conditioning service needs, call on the team at Eagle HVAC and Plumbing. Tyler and the crew can handle any project from backups, lights out, or heating and air conditioning service. With quick, friendly service to Axtell and all surrounding communities on both new and existing construction. Eagle HVAC also stocks a full line of name brand appliances, and they offer excavation work as well. Turn to Eagle HVAC and Plumbing of Axtell. Find them on Facebook.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
I was going to make a comment during the pregame last year in the championship game. South Central didn't come out until about the 5-minute mark of their pregame warm-up. This one, Victoria was on the field about 30 minutes before Axtell was in this contest, but the Eagles, business as usual, leading 30-0 here in this second quarter, looking for a 45-point rule, of course, last week versus Frankfort, their first full game since the first game of the year last year. So almost 25 weeks or so that a 45-point rule had been into effect. This one, highly touted. Many thought Victoria would have an opportunity. I thought Victoria would try and keep this one close. But turnovers, 3 in their first 4 possessions for Victoria, have really slowed this Knights offense down. Here's a passing attempt from Victoria's own 22-yard line as Wyatt Griffin was looking for his favorite target, Ethan Von Lintel, over on that far sideline. Victoria started this game with a fumble on their third play of the contest. Axtell couldn't turn it into points. They forced the Knights into a turnover on downs, their second, and then an interception by Rylan Bussing and a fumble recovery by Wyatt Detweiler, 15 yards to the house. So the Eagles up 14-0. And since then, it's been the Brandon Schmelsley show as he's found Detweiler for a 34-yard touchdown strike and a 1-yard scamper moments ago to make this our score 32-0. Here's a trap play up the middle for the Knights. Positive yardage for Victoria on a 2nd down and 10 play as a fullback Weston Shear. Joe Lieberger comes in with the tackle for the Axtell Eagles. Haven't called his name too terribly much today, but a good player for the Eagles. 2 interceptions, 12 tackles from his outside linebacker position. There's Eli Broxterman leads this team in tackles, 54 so far today. And I'll go ahead and mention it because I don't know if we'll get to it here after this play. History was made a couple weeks ago. Looking for more here today. 3rd down and 7, though, for Victoria from their own 25-yard line. Little trap play up the middle for Pfeiffer. Gets around the outside, but stopped short of the first down marker by about 4 yards. A 3-yard run by Pfeiffer. Was going to mention it. Brandon Schmelsley has tied the 8-man Division II state record for interceptions in a career. He has 31 set by Bennington's Gunnar Boss back in 1985 to 88. Schmelsley has 6 this season. He has 31 in his career. If he's able to get one more, I was talking to a few people early on. He had an opportunity a few weeks ago, but the cousinly love, Eli Broxterman, pulled it away from him. There's going to be a fake punt trying to run up the middle for a first down. As he gets there, good first down by Victoria's fans on this side are pumped about that one. Weston Shear, your punter, just stumbles, mumbles, and rumbles forward for a first down from the 26-yard line to the 37-yard line. So 11-yard pickup there for Victoria. Big first down for the Knights, and they will keep this clock rolling here at the 3-minute mark of this second quarter. This was a Victoria team that elected to receive the first half kickoff, so Axtell will get it when we come back from halftime as well. Taking a look at that KU score along with a few other scores around the state. Here's a run near side by quarterback will be shot down after close to the line of scrimmage. Wyatt Detweiler comes up with that tackle as Wyatt Griffin, quarterback, will get that run. Gain of 2. Second down and 8 upcoming for the Knights. Clock rolls under the 2:33 mark as both teams have kept the ball mainly on the ground. Axtell so far through the air. Brandon started this contest 0 for 4, but since then has went 4 for 4 for 51 yards, and a touchdown. Run left side for the Knights out of the I formation again. Weston Shear will get that tote again. He's toted it 10 times. Logan Sandman in the tackle there on the defensive line. After a 2-yard pickup, there a 3-yard pickup for Shear. We'll make it 3rd down and 5. Clock under 1:49 now to go. Going to be an option left side as quarterback has it now pounced on from behind. In there for the tackle for loss for the Axtell Eagles, number 23, Dalton Heinen. 31 tackles, 1 sack this season. Make it 2 as a loss on the quarterback of 2 yards as that slow developing option play to the left could not manage, and Heinen came from his left side lineman position, came across the formation and cut down Weston Shear before he could get started. 4th down, then 5 now to go. Shear back to pass. Pressure from the Eagles across the middle. Floated wide open is a receiver. That's going to be, Wyatt Griffin to Weston Shear from the 37 all the way up to, I believe, about the 15-yard line. No, that's a 10-yard pickup, 33-yard pickup from Griffin to Shear. And now the Knights looking to put a score on the board as we go under 53 seconds to play before halftime. Ball on the 10 for Victoria. Sweet play near side. Here goes Pfeiffer looking for the outside, but Axtell will chop him down.
Tackle made by number 23.
Dalton Heinen comes in for the tackle. I believe Victoria will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Victoria threatening here right before half, but Axtell still ahead, 30-0.
When starting any project around your home, you want prices that are reasonable and advice you can trust. From finding the right lighting fixture or plumbing piece to drawing up plans for a full remodel or new build, the knowledgeable staff at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber are here for you. Stop in Monday through Saturday or visit axtellumber.com to see what they can offer. With all your building needs and options to fix any budget, your partner from start to finish is Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
When agricultural conservation work is needed on your farm, call Barry Bussing with Bussing Construction in Axtell, offering dozer services on terrace and waterways. Improve the value and resourcefulness of your farmland. Contact Barry Bussing today at 785-799-5205 for conservation work that'll build better practices for the future. That's Bussing Construction of Axtell, 785-799-5205.
So Victoria capitalizes on their biggest play from scrimmage, a 33-yard pass from Wyatt Griffin to Weston Shear. Now a run near side, no back to pass. Pressure coming from the quarterback, nearly sacked, but somehow gets away with it. Now flips it forward for a completed pass and out of bounds. Wyatt Griffin pulls down that completion, a negative loss as Axtell had 3 chances at the quarterback in the backfield. That was Wyatt Schmidberger backing back to pass, new quarterback in for Victoria. A negative 1-yard pass will be the official call. And now a 3rd down and 11 from the Axtell 10-yard line. Quarterback back there now is Wyatt Griffin. Back to pass, looking across the middle, now looking to the right. Little tip pattern up in the air, almost picked off by Landon Schmidt, but it falls harmlessly to the ground, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Ethan Von Lentil. That could have been Axtell's fourth interception forced in this contest, but it falls to the ground. And now a 4th down and 11 to go here for Victoria. Ball on the 10-yard line. They need to get into the end zone. No first down opportunity. Axtell still looking for the shutout in this one. Taking a long time now on the play call as the clock goes under 10 seconds, and Victoria will take a timeout. Doug Overly will take it. We'll take it with them. We're back after this break.
At Apex Crop Solutions, we understand farmers' needs. I'm sales agronomist Jesse Rellinger, and I'll be your partner when you call us for your ag chemical needs. We're a locally owned business located just south of Beatty Junction. With our competitive prices, sound agronomic knowledge, and no brand affiliation, we provide the best solutions tailored to your operation. It's more than just a business. It's dedication and passion for agriculture. Apex Crop Solutions. Swing by our location, find us on Facebook, or give us a call.
KNDY Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-framed buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. KNDY Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. KNDY Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. KNDY Buildings at 785-294-0147.
Coming up at halftime, we'll take a peek at the KU score as well as stats from this first half as we are 24 seconds away. Victoria threatening inside the Axtell red zone at their 10-yard line. 4th down and 11 upcoming, though, for the night. Shotgun formation for quarterback Wyatt Griffin. Looking back to pass, now rolls right across his body, throws incomplete, and actually quarterback on that one, Wyatt Schmidberger, who was in there on the second-to-last play, will be a turnover on downs for Victoria right here at the 19-second mark before halftime. And again, Axtell will receive this second-half kickoff in what has been a dominating effort for the Axtell Eagles so far in this one. 19 seconds on the clock. Axtell will come out spread formation, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. In the shotgun, it is Schmelsley. Marksterman behind him. It's going to be a pitch to Eli. No, fake pitch, as Brandon will keep this one. Chugs forward for a handful of yards. Wyatt Detweiler not going to take a timeout. Let this clock run through, and that will take us to halftime. Your halftime score of this 2024 8-man Division II state championship between Axtell and Victoria. Eagles leading 30-0. We're back after this break.
Having a baby is an amazing, life-changing experience. The Birth Center at Community Healthcare System in Onega offers a childbirth experience that is personalized for you. From innovative care model that keeps mother and baby together to professional care team of experts in OB, postpartum, and neonatal care, the Birth Center team works closely with you, your physician, and your family to provide the personalized, compassionate, one-on-one care and attention you deserve, all in a warm, supportive, family-oriented environment that meets you and your baby's unique needs. For more information, visit chcsks.org. CHCS in Onega. Personalized care inspired by you.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. You can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need.
We know the scenario. Your Wi-Fi is being shared between 2 televisions streaming Netflix, smart devices scattered throughout your home, multiple smartphones, and you have a Zoom meeting you're trying to connect to. Take the frustration out of your Wi-Fi with Blue Valley Technologies' worry-free Wi-Fi service. Our advanced router with a 24/7 support team can help your home network run smoothly. For more information, call 877-876-1228.
Welcome back to Greensburg, Kansas. Halftime score 30-0 as the Axtell Eagles on top of Victoria in this one. Pass along a score update for you with 9:20 left to play in their contest. Baylor ahead of KU 14-7. Baylor, of course, bowl eligible this season. KU on a heck of a run the last couple weeks looking for their second straight bowl game. We got a half to go and then some, trailing 14-7. Again, we'll have KU basketball coming up here later today. Tip there 5 o'clock, if I remember right, on FM 95.5 there as the Jayhawks will play Furman in the Vegas Showdown. Here in this contest, it's all been Axtell, though, from the get-go. Victoria turned it over on their first possession, technically the third play from scrimmage. A fumble recovered by Eli Brockstrom turned into no points for Axtell as both teams didn't want to score on their first two possessions. Axtell finally broke through as Victoria threw an interception taken in by Ryland Bussing. Eagles turned that into a 20-yard touchdown scamper by Brandon Schmelsley. Schmelsley found Bussing in the end zone for the two-point conversion, 8-0 at the 3:18 mark of the first quarter. On the Victoria fourth possession, a fumble ensued right into the hands of Wyatt Detweiler, who couldn't have had his placement any better, landed right into his lap. He turned that into a 15-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. Two-point conversion was no good, making it 14-0 Axtell, 2:45 to play in the first quarter. Eagles weren't done, though, in the first as Brandon found Wyatt for a 34-yard touchdown mark at the 28-second mark in the first quarter. Eli Broxman put in the two-point conversion, making it 22-0. And then two turnovers on down for Victoria on their two possessions in the second quarter gave Axtell the opportunity. About midway through, Brandon Schmelsley runs it in from 1 yard out at the 4:52 mark for a 1-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion good by Wyatt. Eli Broxman making it 30-0 Eagles as that drive eclipsed about 5 minutes of this contest. Axtell has forced 3 turnovers in this contest. Victoria on the season, they had only turned it over 5 times coming into this game. It is a chilly, windy day down here in Greensburg. We've seen it earlier on. Victoria actually 4 fumbles, 3 of them lost 3 turnovers, 1 fumble not lost, and it was positive yardage on a run play near side that went out of bounds for positive yards there for Victoria. But again, the dominance of the Axtell Eagles, it is showing here in this one, looking for 52 straight games and, of course, their 4th straight state championship. A few stats to pass along before we take a peek at national news and weather, starting with in Victoria. Wyatt Griffin is 4 for 8 passing in this contest, 51 yards. But on the other side, Victoria only 49 yards in that first half on the ground, unofficially, for a team that averages over 230 yards on the ground. Axtell front defensive line of Dalton Heinen and Logan Sandman, linebacking core of Ryland Bussing, Eli Brockstrom, Joe Lieberger, doing a heck of a job of getting them into position to stop this running attack for Victoria. The Knights did have an opportunity right before halftime. They drove it down to the Axtell 10-yard line on a 33-yard pass play from quarterback Wyatt Griffin to Weston Shear, but the Eagles come up big with a red zone stop, keeping this game scoreless. Stats for Axtell in that first half: Brandon Schmelsley 4 for 8 through the air, 50 yards unofficially, and a touchdown. That touchdown was a 34-yard strike from Wyatt Detweiler there in the first quarter. Detweiler 2 catches for 44 yards unofficially. On the ground, Brandon 30 yards, 10 rushing attempts, 2 touchdowns, as well as he has accounted for all but one of the Eagles' touchdowns here in this one. Eli has 2 rushes for 19 yards, and Landon Schmitz 3 rushes for 14 yards. Again, all of these unofficial. Victoria 3 penalties here in this contest. Axtell, we saw a lot last week versus Frankfort. So far clean in this one with only 1 to their name. Again, at halftime, Axtell leading 30-0 in the 8-man Division II state championship contest, going for their 52nd straight win and 4th straight title. Eagles will receive the second half kickoff. We'll go over that here when we come back after a break for national news and weather. Again, you're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number one rated dentist in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. Halftime is here. Second half action upcoming here in just a little bit. We're back to KNDY after this break.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Bowie Truck Line of Summerfield, a proud supporter of the community and the Axtell Eagles, wishing the team best of luck. Call on Bowie for prompt, professional delivery on time, wherever the destination. Experienced drivers make your load first priority. From pickup to drop-off, you can rely on the team at Bowie Truck Line of Summerfield, proud supporters of this radio broadcast. Replays of our sports broadcast are available on our website at KNDYradio.com. Under the Sports tab, look for archives of all of our fall broadcasts of high school football, including postseason action, of our state volleyball coverage. You can download, you can share. Find these again on our website at KNDYradio.com under the Sports tab. Thanks to our sponsors for our live broadcast coverage and the KNDY archives.
Welcome back to our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week. It is halftime here for Greensburg, Kansas. 30-0 is your halftime score. Axtell Eagles leading this one. They have from the jump. Big storyline in this one. The defense for the Eagles, 3 turnovers forced on a team that had only had 5 turnovers all season in these Victoria Knights. Of course, a very run-heavy team, over 230 yards per game. They get out. They just continue to pound the rock. Their closest game this season, and that's talking about Victoria, was a 22-14 win over Osborne, a team that Axtell demolished in the playoffs 54-8, as both of these squads pretty good throughout the regular season, but Axtell showing their dominance, why they have won 52 straight games this year. Looking at a few defensive stats for you here from the first half, starting for the Victoria Knights, Kyle Hauser, the big 6'3", 280-pound lineman for Victoria, all-state selection last year as a sophomore. He got in the backfield early, 2 early sacks for the Victoria Knights, had the Eagles kind of reeling a little bit, as Wyatt Schmidberger also got a sack in that first quarter. Axtell, though, was up 22-0 at the end of the first quarter, a touchdown there late in the half, but the Eagles up there 30-0. Stats, too, for the Axtell Eagles, 1 quarterback sack for Eli Brockschman, who now leads the team with 4 on the season, an interception for Ryland Bussing, a fumble recovery for Wyatt Detweiler, turned that into a 15-yard touchdown scramper. Logan Sandman also got that first fumble recovery in the first quarter. Dalton Heinen in the backfield, too, with a big tackle for loss on a fake punt by Victoria midway through that second to stop the drive for the Knights. And, of course, mentioned it there at one point in the first half, but if one interception is made by Brandon Schmelsley, he would take over the Kansas State career record of 31 interceptions. He has 31 on the season, needed 6 coming into this year. Guess what? He had 6 through the last week. He's able to get one more interception in this contest, which sets a almost 40-year record held from 1985 to 1988 by Gunnar Boss of Bennington, 31. So Smelsley already set the state record for completion percentage last year at 62%, a unanimous all-sports in Kansas selection last year, Division I KU football commit, needing one more to officially etch his name into the record books of the state of Kansas. It hasn't been, though, a team effort, though, here in this contest for the Eagles, as, again, they lead at halftime 30-0. College football continues on today. Right now, the KU Jayhawks, who need one win to get into the playoffs, coming off big wins the last couple weeks versus BYU and Colorado, needing to beat Baylor here today, but trailing at the 4:22 mark of the second quarter, 21-10. Jayhawks trailed 14-7 at the end of the first quarter and have allowed another touchdown while they've only put up a field goal in that contest versus Baylor. Later today, over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM at 94.1, it is the highly anticipated Farmageddon as the K-State Wildcats look back to get on track versus the Iowa State Cyclones. Always an instant classic no matter where it is played. This one up in Iowa this year. That game will be at 6:30 with pregame starting about 4:30 for our coverage over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM at 94.1. KU basketball coming up later today as sports coverage continues all afternoon long. KU basketball versus Furman at 5 o'clock. That pregame will start at 4:30. K-State basketball also on tomorrow on their December 1st versus Arkansas Pine Bluff, 1 p.m. tip-off for that one. We're going to start our high school basketball coverage next week, too, as well as sports always continues. Reminder that KNDY is your local sports coverage station. You can find every replay of our contest, home and away, at KNDYradio.com. If you just want to listen back to a broadcast, maybe you missed one, maybe you want to relive the excitement of last year's state championship game after listening to this one, go over to KNDYradio.com under the sports podcast. Is on here in the state of Kansas. On the last day of November, Axtell trying to make the 4.5-hour drive worth it, leading at halftime 32-0. We're back after this break and a word from our sponsors.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to marysvilledentalcare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
Visit CanEquip to see the new look of maximum productivity. The new CR lineup of combines from New Holland. Premium and deluxe seat options provide more comfort. 3 exterior cameras offer more visibility and safety. Milo addition to IntelliSense automation delivers more crop versatility. Even the signature styling and decals are new. And pure New Holland. Stop by CanEquip in Marysville.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of your investments. I'm Liz Warren, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can be your financial coach. We get to know you first, then figure out how to help you work towards your goals. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. Call 785-562-5533 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
At Sunflower Community Credit Union, we're proud to give back to our community through initiatives like Debit for a Difference, a program that provides local educators with grants for their classrooms, which helps them make a difference in our schools, along with Save at School, an innovative way for students to learn the value of saving money. Kids can open their very own savings account, making financial education fun and accessible. Join Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville and become part of a financial family committed to your success and the success of our community.
Harsh winters in our area can drive up your energy cost. Protect your home and wallet this year by stopping at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. Seal drafty windows and doors with weather stripping and draft stoppers. Grab durable window and door wrap or new ductwork and replace your furnace filter for improved energy efficiency, lower repair cost, and a more comfortable home. Visit Hometown Lumber in Marysville or Axtell Lumber today to protect your home and stay warm this winter.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you will find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
Max Blasky back with you here from Greensburg, Kansas, right before halftime second half action gets started. A reminder that the KNDY Coaches Corner starts next week. On Monday, we chat with coaches from Diller and Southern. On Tuesday, it's Axtell and Centralia. Wednesday, it's Lynn and Hanover. Thursday, Frankfort and Valley Heights. And Friday, Washington. Spotlight. Be sure and swing over there to Facebook. Give him a like and check out tvlsportsspotlight.blog for everything TVL Sports coverage, as we're going to start our previews of basketball next week. That'll start next Thursday with the KNDY broadcast of Valley Heights versus Marysville to kick off the 2024-25 high school basketball season. Another reminder, too, that all these broadcasts are brought to you by our sponsors: Moonlight Restoration, Peak Construction, SBS Insurance, Axtell Trust, Landall Company, Aces Bar and Grill, Eagle HVAC and Plumbing, Western National Bank, Axtell Hometown and Lumber, Bussing Construction, Apex Crop Solution, B&D Buildings, Onega Community Healthcare Systems, Little Joe 66 Service, Kinsley Mortuary, Blue Valley Technologies, Axtell Car Wash, Valley Construction, or Trucking, and as always, Marysville Dental Care for our coverage all season long. We're going to take one more break. Axtell back with it first when second half action returns on our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week.
Hi there, Chad Kramer here from Kramer Oil. Fuel costs for 2025 might be the last thing on your mind, but now's the perfect time to lock them in. As a family business, we take pride in delivering quality service you can count on. We've been here for you and will keep fueling your future. That's why we're offering a chance to secure your fuel rates for 2025. Don't wait. Call us at 785-562-2466 to book your fuel needs. Kramer Oil, fueling your future with confidence and a handshake you can trust.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Second half action about ready to get underway. Will be Weston Shear kicking off left to right with the wind at his back of this north-south facing field. Brandon Schmelsley back to return for the Eagles. Not trying to jinx anything here, but Brandon here on this year. 2 touchdowns, 229 yards, over 30 yards per return. He's going to get not a chance at this one as it goes right over his head on into the end zone. So again, if you're just joining us, Axtell leading here, start of the second half, 30-0. It's been the forced turnovers. Axtell has forced 3 turnovers, actually 4 by Victoria. Victoria recovered a fumble that went out of bounds early on in the contest. 3 turnovers for Victoria on a team that only had 5 coming into this contest, and Axtell has shut down the Victoria run game. Over 230 yards per contest. They have 49 rushing yards in the first half unofficially. Brandon will get started in the shotgun set. It's going to be quarterback power right side. Dances, dives forwards for a first down. Tackle made by Matt Pfeiffer. Schmelsley in that first half left the way just as he did last week versus Frankfort, coming off a 235-yard rushing performance versus the Wildcats last week. Has 30 yards on 10 rushes in that first half and 2 touchdowns also through the air, 50 yards and a touchdown strike to Wyatt Detweiler. First play of the second half was a 4-yard run up the middle by Brandon from their own 19-yard line. Eagles will get their first drive of the second half started. Swing pass far side. Eli catches this one, tries to bounce it to the outside along the sideline. Positive yardage will bring up a third down and short. They targeted Eli Brockstrom about 6 times, and then to say in that first half, Eli had trouble with a few swing passes when it was cold early on, wearing a big cast on that left hand will keep him out of basketball for about a month there. Had him on a few real wheel routes, too, as Brandon just kind of overthrew him with the wind at his back, but they're able to connect with the cousin-to-cousin pickup for their second connection here in this contest for not a 9-yard gain. That's going to be a 7-yard gain. Now a third down and 1 upcoming. Quarterback power up the middle. I believe Brandon got it. Victoria defensive linebackers came in stonewalled. Smelsley only needed a yard and picked up about a yard and a half, but good enough for a first down for the Eagles. Axtell had a long drive there in the second quarter. I was looking back to as well, almost a 4-minute drive, not uncharacteristic by any means, but a good drive that didn't end in a touchdown. Eagles leading this one by 30, looking for the same start out here early. Fake pass has a man near side. That's Ryland Bussing along the sideline, in and out of his hands. Good play there by the Eagles as they fake the screen pass near side to Landon Schmidt. Defensive back bit on the screen pass, had Ryland Bussing running a wheel route right behind him along the sideline, and Bussing right off his hands, coming off a defensive pressure, though, from the safety, I believe is Wyatt Schmidtberger, who came in and laid the hit on Ryland. No catches so far in this contest for Ryland. Big returner off of last year's team. Big part of the offense, but not targeted here early on. Schmelsley in the backfield. Here's going to be an end reverse. Landon Smith has trouble with it, has to dive on it, and trouble averted for the Eagles on a second down and 10. A huge loss of about 10 yards from the 26 all the way down to there at the 15. So an 11-yard loss by Landon Schmidt as Brandon just kind of flipped it to him on the in reverse. Brandon going to his left, Landon coming back around from behind, and just a little mishandling. We saw that early in the game with the cold temperatures off the hands of quite a few Victoria players, but that's the first mistake by Axtell in this one. Third down and long, 22 to go. Brandon looking back to pass. Across the middle, has a man. Eli's wide open at the 30, across the 20, going for the end zone, 10-5, touchdown Axtell Eagles. A huge play for the Eagles. A 66-yarder, if the math is correct, from Brandon Schmelsley to Eli Brockstrom, and puts it in the end zone. They started that play at the 14-yard line. That is 66-yard strike right out of half for the Eagles. 2-point conversion now pending for Axtell. In the shotgun is Brandon. It's going to be a little flip pass again to Eli. He's looking now, halfback pass into the end zone, caught along the sideline, but incomplete. But Axtell strikes big right out of halftime, making it 36-0 on the 66-yard pass and catch from Brandon Schmelsley to Eli Brockstrom. And we're back after this.
Have an accident with your vehicle? Call Moonlight Restoration and they'll take care of you with a free estimate, and they'll turn it in to the insurance company for you. You name it, they can do it. Fender benders, auto and tractor restoration, windshield repair or replacement, sandblasting, no job is too large or too small for Moonlight Restoration. If you want quality work done by skilled technicians, call Moonlight Restoration in Axtell, Kansas. Owned and operated by Brett and Nikki Runnebaum. Call 736-2359.
Whether the work is inside or outside, a repair, remodel, addition, or new construction, Peak Construction in Marysville is ready to build. They start off by helping you turn your vision into a concrete design with the help of samples from local vendors. Their in-house construction crew gets to work making that design a reality. Imagine what you can do with the help of Peak Construction. Phone 562-6380 for an appointment to start planning. From top to bottom, inside and out, call Peak Construction. 562-6380.
On a third down and about 22, the Axtell strike on a 66-yard touchdown pass from Brandon Schmelsley to Eli Brockstrom. That is Eli's 9th touchdown this season, tying Landon Schmidt for the team lead. Axtell has 4 players that average over 15 yards per catch, and that 66 is going to bump Eli up well over the 400-yard mark here on the season for total receiving yards. 36-0 is your score. Victoria will get their first possession inside their own 20, ball at the 19 for the Knights after the kickback was returned about 5 yards by halfback Weston Shear. Shear will take this little swing pass near side, has a little trouble with it, but finds the seam, lowers the shoulder, still bouncing off tacklers. Powerful run by Weston Shear, finally ripped down by Rylan Bussing, and in there too, Joe Leibarger to take him down, but not without positive yardage upcoming here for the Knights. 7-yard pickup for Victoria to start this second half. Good, powerful run there by the halfback, Weston Shear. That's that power I'd mentioned to in the first half. I was afraid Victoria had the upper hand, but Axtell just came out and smacked Victoria in the mouth. Here's Shear again up the middle, positive yardage, first down across the 30-yard line, up near the 35. I believe they're going to mark him just short at the 34. So an 8-yard pickup for Weston Shear on his first pickup of the game. He had 22 yards on 11 carries and a fumble in that first half. Again, mentioned the Axtell defense absolutely held Victoria stonewalled on the rushing attack. Unofficial line was Brandon Schmelsley, missed the tackle on Wyatt Schmidberger. Positive yardage around the left side, about pickup of 2 will bring a pickup of, or a second down and 8. Victoria continuing to run the clock. We had a quick moving first quarter. Axtell led 22-0. They put 1 touchdown up in the second, had us 30-0 at halftime, and now a 66-yarder right out of half made it a 36-0 contest. Here's a pass attempt intended to Weston Shear, incomplete near side, as Axtell linebackers did a good job to hold the eyes on the quarterback, Wyatt Griffin, on that contest. Now a 3rd down and 8 upcoming for Victoria. Ball on their own 35-yard line. Positive plays here the last 3 for Victoria. Before that, incomplete. 3rd down and 8. I formation for the Knights. Fake sweep to the right side. Quarterback rolled to the left. Looking for a man along the sideline. Thrown up in the air and incomplete. Good job by Landon Schmidt, breaking that pass up on the far sideline. And who was lurking in the backfield? Brandon Schmelsley. I got a text over half that I might have jinxed him on that state record, but right there he was almost near. They haven't thrown his way once yet this contest, and did on that one, and about made them pay for it. But good job, Landon Schmidt. Going to be a fake punt, run right side. Good job by the Axtell defense to run him out of bounds, and not even close to a first down marker on a 4th down and 8. They pick up 5 and a turnover on downs by Victoria. A good job by coaching Eric Detweiler. We mentioned in the opening 2 of the best coaches in the state of Kansas. Eric Detweiler, 3 titles in 12 years, an 84% winning percentage. Doug Overly, 20 years in Victoria, 3 titles in 06, 14, and 15, and an 82% win percentage. But so far here in this one, it's been Detweiler, as the backman, Brandon Schmelsley, wasn't even close to the line. And now there's a fumble by Axtell on the far sideline. It was Landon Schmidt that got the run along the right side. And a fumble is going to be forced by Victoria. A huge turnover here in the second half of this one. Landon Schmidt on the season. That's his first turnover on the year, and it couldn't come at a better time for Victoria after the failed 4th down, a fumble by Landon. Here at the 7:54 mark, Axtell still leading this one 36-0. Run up the middle by the Knights. Matthew Piper Pfeiffer will fall forward for positive yardage. Gain of 7 is what they're going to give him on his first run of the second half. Logan Sandman in there for the tackle. The big sophomore, him and Wyatt Detweiler, bright future for that sophomore class, but of course the senior class for this Axtell Eagles team. Rylan Bussing, Gavin Shaughnessy, Eli Brockstrom, Brandon Schmelsley, Blaze Bussing, and Dalton Heinen trying to go undefeated in their high school career. 2nd down and 2. Power drive now here from the Knights. Bounces it to the outside. Positive yardage for Victoria from the 38 up to about the Axtell 35-yard line or so. Positive yardage for Weston Shear. Victoria crowd here, nice crowd, hour-and-a-half drive for the Knights. Now here's a run smacked in the backfield. Logan Sandman along with Dalton Heinen, the 2 down linemen for the Eagles, read that. Well, 2nd down and 12 now for Victoria on the Axtell side of the 40, I believe, for maybe the first time in this, or the second time in this contest. High formation from the Knights. Sweet pass. Tyler. A 2nd down and 12 will turn into about a 3rd down and 5. So they'll give 7 yards to Pfeiffer on that one. Back-to-back 7-yard gains now for the big fullback from Victoria. Axtell scored on their first possession of this second half, a 66-yard strike for Brandon Schmelsley to Eli Brockstrom. Victoria now on their second drive after a failed 4th down and a turnover by Axtell. Landon Schmitz coughed it up for his first turnover of the season. A power run again near side for Pfeiffer. On a 3rd down and 5, a 3-yard pickup. Now a 4th down and 2 to go. Could be go time here for the Knights. They went for it on quite a few 4th downs already. A false start on the far sideline as the Axtell defense got the Victoria tight end to jump. That's Wesley Sander, 150-pound junior, 4th. A 4th down and 1 now turns into a 4th down and 6 from the Axtell 32-yard line. Ball on the right hash. Eagles leading 36-zip here in the 3rd quarter. 5 minutes to play. Axtell put up 22 in the first quarter and have cruised since then. Struck first here in this half, looking to get a defensive stop after stopping Victoria on their first possession of this second half. Empty gun formation here. Lone running back is Weston Shear. It's going to be a drop-back pass looking for a man across the middle. Now quarterback will step up, look to run it. Eli Brockstrom there to chomp him down, and a 4th down conversion is no good again. A pickup of 2 by quarterback Wyatt Griffin will not be close enough on the 4th down and 6 play. A 2nd straight turnover for down out of half here for Victoria. Now Axtell has forced the Knights into 5 4th down failed attempts in this contest. Axtell will start with the ball on their own 31-yard line, left hash, moving right to left. Gun formation, Smith's in the backfield. It's going to be a pitch to Landon. Get it right back to him as, I thought he found the edge. No, he's still up. Breaks 2 tackles, gets up for a 1st down as Eli Brockstrom well ahead of the pack. Actually, that was Rylan Bussing well ahead of the pack to lead block. I thought that was Landon for a second. A 10-yard pickup for Landon Schmitz all the way up to the 42-yard line. So big pickup there for Landon. After the fumble on the last drive, his first of the season, give it right back to your junior running back and get that confidence going. Pistol set formation for Smelsley, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Eli in the backfield behind him. It's going to be option near side as Brandon pitches it early. Eli looking to break one. Good job by the Victoria defense, though, holding Eli to a short gain. As we go under 4 minutes here to play in this quick-moving third quarter. Of course, we'll have to take a peek at that KU score coming up at quarter break as they are battling with Baylor right now. KU needing a win, but trailing their last check by 10 at the second quarter mark. 2nd down and 8 now. Ball on the Victoria 36-yard line. 2 receivers left. Back is Eli. Brandon back to pass. Pressure up the middle. Swing pass right side to Eli. Has a little green grass. Looking for a cutback. Breaks one tackle up close to the first down. Falls forward on a 2nd down and 8. Believe will pick up 7 as he'll be short of the first down marker. Let's see where they do place him at. Yes, it will be. So a 7-yard pickup from Brandon to Eli. Struck big on the 3rd play from scrimmage in the second half. Brandon found Eli wide open across the middle for a 66-yard touchdown strike, their longest strike of this contest. Now a 3rd down and 1 on the Victoria 28-yard line. 2 receivers left. It's going to be quarterback power right up the middle. Stop, though, in the backfield. A flag comes in. Many flags come in. This looks like it's going to be in the vicinity of a face mask as Brandon Schmelsley, who went spinning down over on the far sideline. We'll see what this is. Victoria so far 4 accepted penalties in this contest. Will this be a 5th? Personal foul, face mask, it will be, and a free set of downs for the Axtell Eagles as it will march this ball down inside the red zone of Victoria. Big penalty for the Knights, all the way now up to the 15-yard line. Axtell looking to strike for their 2nd touchdown here in this 3rd quarter, leading 36-0, under 2:45 to play in the 3rd. Clock winds, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. In the gun, it's Eli. Eli motions out left, swing past his side. It's going to be dropped, incomplete. Forward pass from Brandon to Eli. Not the first time we've mentioned it, but a tough catching condition out there today for these receivers on both sides. We've seen many easy completions dropped in the contest. But a cold day out there. Football is going to be a little bit cold. Sun did poke out there about midway through the 2nd quarter, making it a pretty decent day. And it sounds like the wind has died down, too, as well. From Greensburg on a beautiful championship Saturday, 8-man Division II state championship. Axtell seeking their 4th straight. Victoria seeking their 1st since 2015. Shotgun formation. Eli motions out again. Fake pass to him. It's going to be quarterback draw. Brandon breaks one tackle. Don't know how he did it. Dragging a man inside the 5 and down to the 1-yard line. A heck of a run by Brandon Schmelsley as he was dead to rights in the backfield. Turns it on to a 14-yard pickup for the KU commit. Absolutely juked Kyle Hauser out of his shoes, the all-state lineman for Victoria, as Schmelsley danced and pranced his way down to the 1. 1st down and goal here for the Eagles. In the backfield, it's Eli and Brandon. 2 receivers to the right, quarterback power. No, that one's going to be stonewalled by Victoria. In there for the stop, Ethan Von Lentil along with the before-mentioned Jaron Hauser. So after the 14-yard pickup, dance and prance from Brandon, excuse me. Still loves that quarterback power play. Used it to perfection a few times earlier. Now from the 6-yard line. Shotgun formation, option near side. Early pitch to Eli, looking for the edge. Gets inside the 5, down to the, 3-yard line as well. There wrestle him out of bounds. So a 3-yard pickup for Eli. Brings up 3rd down and goal for this Eagles offense. A long drive here in the 3rd quarter. Don't have official stats, but I believe Axtell had about a 4-minute drive in that 2nd quarter that resulted in a 1-yard touchdown by Brandon Schmelsley. Here looking to capitalize on the 4th down stop forced by the defense. 3rd down and goal to go from the 3. Brandon sprints out right, looking for a cutback. Dives. Is he in? Touchdown, Axtell Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown run by number 16, Brandon Schmelsley. His third now on the contest as the Eagles go up 42-0 here at the 1:27 mark in this third quarter. Just power football for number 16. His third again after a 5-touchdown performance last week. He has 3 on the ground and 2 through the air so far in this one. 2-point conversion pending. Axtell looking for a 45-point rule on the defensive possession next go around. Trips to the right. It's going to be a little shovel pass to Eli as he tries to break around, flips it off, somehow throws it sidearm into the end zone, caught by Rylan Bussing. Eli Brocksterman had Weston Shear all over him, had him by an arm, and Eli just kind of sidearms it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as the Eagles go up 44-0. We're back after this break.
The answer is yes, SBS.
Are you sick and tired of getting tackled at the 1-yard line? Is your current insurance provider not getting you the right coverage in your time of need? Stop by your local SBS insurance office and we'll develop a game plan for the best coverage and protection of your assets. With SBS Insurance, we'll help you score that winning touchdown.
SBS Insurance, the home team. The answer is yes.
Axtell Truss has the experience to provide custom-built trusses for any application. Put them to work with your next project. Let them help design the right pitch, length, and number of trusses to suit your needs. They can turn out more complicated designs and configurations as well. All are solidly built in their enclosed shop with roll-off delivery to your site available. They also assure the best materials and quality construction, completed on your schedule. Call today for a quote or more information at 785-736-2291. That's Axtell Truss.
Are you hunting for a new career? Target the opportunities Landall offers. For over 60 years, Landall Company has been manufacturing trailers, tillage equipment, and forklifts. Excellent wages, growth opportunities, overtime, $2 per hour shift differential, annual raises, and a 4% attendance bonus are something to aim for. With a trophy benefit plan including profit sharing, paid time off, paid holidays, and all-inclusive health insurance plans, to name a few. Learn more, apply online at landall.com or phone 785-562-5381. EEO Vets and Disability, welcome.
Ethan Von Linthal had a heck of a return. Now here's a heck of a run by quarterback Weston Shear as he gets all the way down to the Axtell 15-yard line from the opposite 35 up to about 15 yards. We'll see where they mark him at. And now a player is down for Victoria. That's going to be a big run for the Knights, a 30-yard run for Victoria, but I believe now Weston Shear is down in pain. We're going to take a break. We'll come back here, check on his status after this break. Again, on our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week, Axtell leading 44-0.
Either an after-the-game stop or a midweek lunch option, head over to Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell. Serving up juicy burgers, fresh wraps, crisp salads, or stiff drinks made just the way you like them. Whether it's a quick lunch or a night out, Ace's is your go-to spot. Open for lunch Tuesday through Friday and suppers Wednesday through Saturday. Make Ace's Bar and Grill in Axtell the place for delicious eats, great drinks, and good times. Follow the Facebook page for daily specials and menu options.
If you have plumbing, electrical, heating, or air conditioning service needs, call on the team at Eagle HVAC and Plumbing. Tyler and the crew can handle any project from backups, lights out, or heating and air conditioning service. With quick, friendly service to Axtell and all surrounding communities on both new and existing construction. Eagle HVAC also stocks a full line of name brand appliances, and they offer excavation work as well. Turn to Eagle HVAC and Plumbing of Axtell. Find them on Facebook.
So it was a 30-yard run there by Weston Shear from the Victoria 35 up to the Axtell 15. The injured player was Wyatt Schmidberger. He's now on the sideline looking at his left ankle. The backup quarterback, junior running back down for now Victoria. But the Knights, for the second time today, inside the Axtell red zone. Here's a run right side by the powerful back, Weston Shear, who just broke that big run. Second longest play of scrimmage was that 30-yard run by Shear moments ago. And this one will be a loss of 1, bringing up now a 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 7, actually. They're putting on the board here down in Greensburg after that run. Victoria looking for their first score here of the day at the Axtell 14-yard line, 3rd down and 7. It's going to be a quarterback run out, left side, naked boot across his body, looking for the end zone. Incomplete. Good job by Landon Schmitz to be there in defensive possession, looking for Ethan Von Lentel. The second time now Schmitz has broken up a pass between between Griffin and Von Lentel, and now a 4th down play upcoming. This will be the 6th 4th down attempt. Actually, 7th that Victoria has tried today. Axtell has stonewalled the Knights 6 times here in those. Clock goes under 10. Head coach Doug Overly will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 18 seconds till quarter break. Axtell leading 44-zip.
Western National Bank in Summerfield wants you to feel good about where you are with your money. Available when you need them and offering online and personal services, Western National Bank will make sure to keep you and your money happy. Call Western National Bank at 244-6211 to make your money smile. Member FDIC.
Harsh winters in our area can drive up your energy cost. Protect your home and wallet this year by stopping at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. Seal drafty windows and doors with weather stripping and draft stoppers. Grab durable window and door wrap or new ductwork and replace your furnace filter for improved energy efficiency, lower repair costs, and a more comfortable home. Visit Hometown Lumber in Marysville or Axtell Lumber today to protect your home and stay warm this winter.
4th down and 7 upcoming for Victoria. On the Axtell 14-yard line, Eagles leading 44-0. One more score for Axtell can put this contest away. Victoria looking for a big play here in this one. Shotgun formation for quarterback Wyatt Griffin. It's going to be a false start now, near side by Victoria. That's going to be on Matt Piper as he was split out right side. The 6th accepted penalty by Victoria, and this is the 2nd 4th down and short that Victoria has a 4th down false start on in this contest. Now a 4th down of 7th and 4th down and 15. Fake pass right side for Griffin, looking across the middle, now looking for a man, has it left side, near the end zone, incomplete, off the hands of Ethan Von Lentel, had a step on Landon Schmelsley on the far side, that's actually Cale Braun, who was the intended receiver, and Axtell defense has forced this Victoria offense to go 1 for 4 through the air for 7 yards in this 3rd quarter, as we are 11 seconds away from quarter break. Axtell will take over on their own 16-yard line, the 6th turnover on downs for the Victoria Knights offense here today in this contest. I want to pass along a score update for you. KU Jayhawks trail 21-10 at half. We'll join that contest just as soon as this broadcast is over. Thanks to Bruce Deerking back in the station for making that happen. 44-0's the score. Smelsley runs left, looking to end it. No, he's going to be stopped after a short gain as the clock runs out on the quarter break. When we come back, 4th quarter action, Axtell leading 44-0, going for 4 straight 8-man Division II titles. You're listening to our very last Marysville Dental Care football game of the week, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number 1 rated dentists in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. We're back after this word from our sponsors.
When agricultural conservation work is needed on your farm, call Barry Bussing with Bussing Construction in Axtell, offering dozer services on terrace and waterways. Improve the value and resourcefulness of your farmland. Contact Barry Bussing today at 785-799-5205 for conservation work that'll build better practices for the future. That's Bussing Construction of Axtell, 785-799-5205.
At Apex Crop Solutions, we understand farmers' needs. I'm sales agronomist Jesse Rellinger, and I'll be your partner when you call us for your ag chemical needs. We're a locally owned business located just south of Beatty Junction. With our competitive prices, sound agronomic knowledge, and no brand affiliation, we provide the best solutions tailored to your operation. It's more than just a business. It's dedication and passion for agriculture. Apex Crop Solutions. Swing by our location, find us on Facebook, or give us a call.
For the second straight week, the Axtell Eagles see a fourth quarter number go up on the board, leading this one 44-0. Next score will end it by the 45-point rule here in 8-man Division II state championship contest. Victoria came in undefeated on the season and a very powerful team, but Axtell has forced 3 turnovers in this contest, including a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and really stonewalled this Victoria team. They're up 22-0 at the end of the first quarter, 32-zip at halftime, and 2 touchdowns. One, a 66-yard pass and catch from Brandon Schmelsley to Eli Brockstrom, and then a 3-yard touchdown run by Brandon here in the third has made it 44-zip. Eli Brockstrom is going to get caught for a negative 1-yard loss on a swing pass to the right from Brandon to Eli. That will bring up now a 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles. From their own 19-yard line, Brandon back to pass, looking to run. Now runs left, now goes back to his right. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. Big sack for Victoria, their 3rd here on the day, as Ethan Von Lintel got in there for the loss. And a huge one it is for Axtell. Brings up 4th and long. That was a 3rd down and 10. And I believe they're going to mark it a 6-yard loss, no, an 8-yard loss for that Victoria defense. They got after Brandon early in this contest, had 2 sacks in the first quarter, but since then have been quiet. Now Brandon will be back to pass. Return man for Victoria looks like number 1, Wesley Sanders. Brandon, low snap, takes it out of the end zone, still gets the punt away, and a beautiful roller. It goes all the way inside the 10 and dies at the 5-yard line. From the opposite 5 to the other 4-yard line, Brandon Schmelsley pins the Knights deep, and that's where Victoria will start their drive at. We're going to take a 30-second timeout after that beautiful punt. We're back with our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week after this.
KNDY Buildings of Axtell specializes in post-frame buildings. Give them a call for stud-framed buildings with complete concrete and electrical work included. It's one call to get the job done. KNDY Buildings, specializing in post-frame building construction, plus repairs and more. Always free estimates. Give them a call. KNDY Buildings of Axtell, 785-294-0147. KNDY Buildings at 785-294-0147.
Axtell does not punt the ball very much here in the last 2 years. Last week, Brandon punted it once for, I believe it was a 48-yard punt. This one, if I did my math correct, the ball was at the 4-yard line of Victoria when it was touched by Eli Brockstrom. Brandon let it go about the 5-yard line on the Axtell side. So that would be about a 71-yard roller after Brandon took the low snap, had to get out of the way as Victoria brought the house, about had him stop dead for right at his own goal line. But a heck of a punt there by Brandon sends Victoria deep. They've had 2 runs now on this drive, 1 for 2 and 1 for 3 yards, will bring up a 3rd down and 5, both by Weston Shear over on that far sideline. 3rd down and 5 now upcoming for Victoria, deep in their own end zone. The Knights are already down 1 player. Wyatt Schmidberger went out with an injury in this 3rd quarter, left ankle injury for the backup quarterback / tight end. Now the Knights looking to get something going here. 3rd down and 5. Pressure comes from Axtell across his body. Almost incomplete, intercepted by Brandon Schmelsley, and he knows that one. If you tuned in a little bit earlier, that one was out of the reach of Brandon. He has tied the Kansas high school state record for interceptions in a career. That one would have put him ahead by 1. and that one got away from him. It was just on the outside of his fingertips, so a very tough play, but he came screaming in from his safety position left to right, and now Axtell has forced Victoria for 1 of 6 passing for 7 yards here in this second half. Back to punt, 4th down and 5. It actually will be a punt, almost blocked. Gets it away, though, the Victoria punter. A good block goes rolling down to the Axtell about 26-yard line where they will start this possession. We're back after this word from our sponsor.
Having a baby is an amazing, life-changing experience. The Birth Center at Community Healthcare System in Onega offers a childbirth experience that is personalized for you. From innovative care model that keeps mother and baby together to professional care team of experts in OB, postpartum, and neonatal care, the Birth Center team works closely with you, your physician, and your family to provide the personalized, compassionate, one-on-one care and attention you deserve, all in a warm, supportive, family-oriented environment that meets you and your baby's unique needs. For more information, visit chcsks.org. CHCS in Onega. Personalized care inspired by you.
A 4-yard run here as we hit 1 o'clock here in Greensburg, Kansas. Glad to have you all along with you. Max Blasky today on the call from the 8-man Division II state championship between undefeated Victoria and undefeated Axtell. Eagles lead 44-0, looking to put this contest away with 1 score here. A first down run for 4 yards for Brandon Schmelsley near side brings up a 2nd down and 6. 2 receivers to the left. As the play clock goes out, that's a penalty on the Eagles. A delay of game will be taken. I believe Eric Detweiler changed the play call late from the sideline. So -5 yards will move Axtell back to about the original line of scrimmage. Now 2nd down and 11 for this Eagles offense. Penalty quite a few times last week versus Frankfort, but so far only 2 accepted penalties here in this contest. But again, the big storyline, Axtell in the first quarter forced 3 Victoria turnovers, including a 15-yard punt return for a fumble by Wyatt Detweiler for a Victoria team that only had 5 turnovers coming in to this contest. Under 8 minutes to go in the contest. Option left side, Eli looking for space along the sideline, tries to spin it back. Positive yardage will gain back about the 5 yards that Axtell lost on the delay of game. Gain of 4 officially for Eli, who has had a decent game. 28 yards on the ground on 5 totes, but through the air, 5 receptions for 83 yards, including a big 66-yard reception from Brandon on the 3rd play of the second half. 3rd down and 7 from the Victoria 30-yard line. Left hash play, Brandon alone in the shotgun. Pressure from the Knights up the middle. Brandon gets away from it, throws deep across his body, has Ryland Bussing, and over the head of the intended receiver. Both Ryland Bussing and Eli Broxman were alone downfield with Wyatt Griffin, the only defender for Victoria, and that ball just sailed again on Brandon. We saw it in the first half. He started the game off 0 for 4, was looking for Eli on quite a few wheel routes. But this breeze that is, we'll say it's died down here in the second half anyway, still blustering about 10 miles from the north at the back of the Eagles there on that one. Brandon's last punt, unofficially, we called it a 75-yarder. He punted it from his 5, and it got all the way down to the Victoria 4-yard line. Now here's a false start by the Eagles on the punt formation. Turns a 4th and 7 into a 4th down and 12. So back-to-back punts now for Axtell. In this 4th quarter, no team has scored yet. Brandon gets this one off. It's going to be returned just about the 20. Was not touched, and that's going to die inside the 5 at the 1-yard line. So back-to-back beautiful punts by Brandon Schmelsley. This one from the Axtell 20 all the way down to the Victoria 1. That's going to be a net of about, what do we want to call it, 59 yards. So a 70-plus yarder and a 50-plus yarder here from Brandon Smelsley for an Axtell team that barely punted all season. Actually, I don't think they punted at all, if my memory serves correct, until last week versus Frankfort. But here in all aspects of the game, really controlling. Of course, it's 44-0. It's been this way since the 1:27 mark in the third quarter. Axtell has two failed two-point conversions here in this contest. If it wasn't for that, this game would be over well in hand, as we will join KU football in progress as soon as this contest ends. False start the call on Victoria. So first down and about 2 inches now as it goes from the 1 to about the 2-inch line. Victoria well deep. Can the Axtell end it here with a safety? It's going to be a run left side, positive yards. Now ball's out, but Victoria gets on the ball. It could have been another fumble for the Knights. Again, mentioning they had 3 turnovers in the first quarter here. Running back Weston Schaefer, who was able to fall on it after he picked up 3 positive yardage for Victoria. Another big aspect of this game, the Knights that came in averaging over 230 yards on the ground on the season, only 118 through 3.5 quarters here in this one. Here's Matt Piper, right side with a little swing pass, and he's going to be driven back right at the line of scrimmage by this Axtell defense. Might give him 1 on the run, so 41 yards now for Piper. And a third down upcoming for Victoria. Eagles, of course, looking for their 4th straight 8-man Division II title, a state-leading 52-game winning streak that started back when this senior class of Ryland Bussing, Gavin Shaughnessy, Eli Brockschman, Brandon Smelsley, Blaze Bussing, and Dalton Heinen entered high school, looking to go their high school career undefeated. They're so close. 44, here's the ball up in the air, tipped and incomplete. I believe coming up with that tipped pass was Dalton Heinen. And now a 4th down and 7 from inside their own 5-yard line. We'll see if Victoria goes for it. So far, Axtell has stopped them on 4th down 6 times here in this contest, looking for a 7. Victoria will punt this one away. A high kick, not very long, bounces at the 30, and then takes a Axtell bounce right to about the 28-yard line, where Axtell will start their next possession. Leading again 44-0. Axtell led 22-0 at the end of the first quarter, led 30-0 at half, came out on the third play of the second half drive, a 66-yard strike from Brandon Smelsley to Eli Brockschman, put the Eagles up 36-0, put them up 44-0 after a 3-yard run by Brandon Smelsley, who has 3 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns in this contest, looking to close out his high school career undefeated. Here in the shotgun, he's going to give a little flip pass to Eli. Eli looking for a seam, gets a block from Landon, dives forward for positive yardage. 1st and 10 turns into about a 2nd down and medium. 5-yard pickup will be the call from the official up top. Eli having a good game so far. We mentioned that 66-yarder. That was mainly his yards. He has 6 catches for 88. He also has about 3 or 4 drops early on in this one. It was a cold morning, no sunshine, a brisk 15 to 20 mile an hour north wind, wearing that big cast on his left hand after breaking his wrist, out there playing for his teammates, but has come up big here in this one. Option right side. Brandon pitches it to Landon. Landon fumbles it, but Brandon dives on that one. It was I don't want to say an untimed pitch by any means, but just a little bit out of sync it looked like on that one. Brandon going a little bit too fast. Maybe Landon going too fast too as well. Still, Axtell does recover, so a negative 3-yard loss will go on the mark of Brandon. Now a 3rd down and 8 as we go under 4 minutes here in this contest. 44-0 is your score. Eagles' 2nd time in 2 weeks they've seen 4th quarter pop up on the board. Didn't see it all season. Now here in the state championship game, leading big though. Quarterback, now here's the throw, left side, Ryland Bussing in and out of his hands. Brandon Schmelsley had a running lane up to about the 20-yard line, but he decided to throw it to Ryland on a little wheel route, as they've had that play most of the game. Those little wheel routes on the either far or near side, but incomplete. Will stop the clock at the 3:38 mark in this contest. 44-0 is your score again. Fourth quarter action. Max Blasky on the call with you from Greensburg, Kansas. Glad to have you all along wherever you're at on KNDYradio.com or listening on FM 95.5. We're done during KU football in progress just as soon as this one hits zeros on the scoreboard. Brandon finds Wyatt wide open in the middle of the field. Wyatt fumbles it, but jumps right back on it. Good enough for a first down from the Eagles. Again, kind of threatening with fire here in this one. A first down inside the red zone now of Victoria from the 26 up to the 13. That's a 13-yard pickup from Brandon to Wyatt. They've already connected once in this contest on a 34-yard touchdown pass. Wyatt's first catch of the day. Now first down and 10, 3:09 to play in the contest. Shotgun formation, pistol set. Eli behind Brandon. Two receivers left. It's Wyatt and Ryland. Now Brandon's going to be sacked in the backfield. This Victoria defensive line, fourth tackle for loss or fourth sack on Brandon here today. Kyle Hauser along Cody Schmidberger, in there on the sack. Fourth one in the contest. A loss of 3 on Axtell. 39 yards on the ground now for Brandon. Has toted the rock 21 times. Has 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. In the pistol formation. Option to the left side. Has Brandon out there now, Eli now looking back to passes. Brandon kind of just throws this one out of bounds with Victoria Knights draped all over him. And there comes the penalty for intentional grounding. Brandon was well out of the pocket, but just kind of tossed it out of bounds. So here late, just kind of looking to get this game over with as we hit the 2:11 mark. Axtell leading 44-0. They were up big 22-zip at the end of the first quarter. They led at halftime 30-0. They put up 2 scores in the third quarter to make it 44-0, but since then, fourth quarter has been zilch, nada, nothing for either offense. Axtell so far tonight, too. They only have 1 failed 2-point conversion, so if it wasn't for that one, this contest would be over. But Eagles needed 1 more score to officially end it that or let the clock run out at the 2:11 mark. Here's going to be a double end around now, a triple pass. Brandon short side here. Landon Smith has a blocker. Dalton Hines is in front of him. Smith looking to get to the outside. Cuts it back. Touchdown, Eagles. A 31-yard touchdown pass from Brandon Schmelsley to Landon Smith will end this contest at the 2:01 mark in this fourth quarter as your Axtell Eagles are your 2024 8-man Division II state champions for the 4th time in 4 years. This senior class goes undefeated in their high school career, 52 straight games, and the Axtell Eagles, again, dominance on the 8-man Division II level, their 4th different opponent in this state championship game. It probably went a lot longer than most Eagle fans would like to hear, but at the end of the day, they can proudly say the four-peat is completed, and the Axtell Eagles, again, are your 8-man Division II state champions for 2024 as this senior class of Ryland Bussing, Gavin Shaughnessy, Eli Brockstrom, Brandon Schmelsley, Blaze Bussing, and Dalton Iden in their high school career undefeated, 52-0, and a 4th straight for the Eagles, their 5th now in school history. We're going to take one final timeout, wrap it up with final stats and thoughts before we join KU Live. Our last sponsor list coming through after this break.
If your car says, I need fixed, call on Little Joe's Service in Axtell to fix it right. From routine maintenance to repairs of all types, Joe can serve your needs. Fast, friendly, and down-to-earth service with satisfied customers from all over the area. Turn to Little Joe's 66th Service in Axtell for any automotive repair needs. Proud supporters of the Axtell community, it's Little Joe's Service.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. You can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need.
We know the scenario. Your Wi-Fi is being shared between two televisions streaming Netflix, smart devices scattered throughout your home, multiple smartphones, and you have a Zoom meeting you're trying to connect to. Take the frustration out of your Wi-Fi with Blue Valley Technologies' worry-free Wi-Fi service. Our advanced router with a 24/7 support team can help your home network run smoothly. For more information, call 877-876-1228.
If your vehicle is looking like it just went through a money rally race, or perhaps it's been target practice for the neighborhood bird gang, then you need to get your car washed today at the Axtell Car Wash. The Axtell Car Wash has 2 enclosed self-service bays, even one size for semi-tractors. Just pull in, pay with your bank card, and wash all the dirt, mud, bugs, and bird stuff off your vehicles. You don't have to drive far to get a clean car. Just visit the Axtell Car Wash, proud supporter of the Axtell Eagles.
Bowie Truck Line of Summerfield, a proud supporter of the community and the Axtell Eagles, wishing the team best of luck. Call on Bowie for prompt, professional delivery on time, wherever the destination. Experienced drivers make your load first priority. From pickup to drop-off, you can rely on the team at Bowie Truck Line of Summerfield, proud supporters of this radio broadcast.
Your Axtell Eagles, your 2024 8-man Division II state champions after a 50-0 win over Victoria. First off, congratulations to Victoria. They end the season 12-1 under longtime head coach Doug Overly, a traditional program out here in western Kansas. Nothing to hang their heads about as they were back in the state title game for the first time since 2015. But again, it is this Axtell Eagle train that keeps on trucking along. The Eagles were up 22-0 at the end of the first quarter, thanks in part to a rushing touchdown by Brandon Schmelsley, a passing touchdown from Schmelsley to Wyatt Detweiler, and a 15-yard fumble recovery by Wyatt Detweiler. In the second quarter, Brandon runs in his second touchdown of the game, a 1-yard scramper at the 4:25 mark, making it 30-0 at halftime. Eagles came out on their third play in the second half with a 66-yard touchdown pass from Brandon Schmelsley to Eli Brockshman, making it 36-0. The only 2-point conversion that was failed today kept us at that 44 mark all of the fourth quarter. But a touchdown run by Brandon in the third, and then a final touchdown pass from Brandon Schmelsley to Landon Schmitz, his first catch of this state championship game, a 31-yarder from senior quarterback to junior running back, made this contest your first 45-point rule at the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. I want to give a big shout-out real quick to all our sponsors that made this broadcast possible: Moonlight Restoration, Peak Construction, SBS Insurance, Axtell Trust, Landall Company, Aces Bar and Grill, Eagle HVAC and Plumbing, Western National Bank, Axtell and Hometown Lumber, Bussing Construction, Apex Crop Solution, B&D Buildings, Onega Community Healthcare Systems, Little Joe's Service, Kinsley Mortuary, Blue Valley Technologies, Axtell Car Wash, and Bowie Trucking for making this broadcast possible. I'm going to keep postgame short because we're going to join KU football in progress when I'm done. But final thoughts on this one: 3 turnovers forced in the first quarter by Axtell for a Victoria team that only turned it over 5 times all season was a huge difference. And Axtell, again, capitalized on the opportunity of winning 4 straight as they extend this winning streak to 52 straight games. And now, a 4th straight state champion, their 5th time in school history. Max Blasky signing off here from Greensburg as your Axtell Eagles are your 2024 8-man Division II state champions with a 50-0 win over Victoria. For Hannah Blasky that helped keep stats here today, I'm going to send it back to Bruce Dierkin in the station. Everyone, please drive home safe, and we will see you next Thursday when high school basketball kicks off with Valley Heights versus Marysville. Until then, have a good trip, and we'll see you next Thursday.